let's go. Good morning, you beautiful people. Welcome to a Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. It's good to be back. I've missed you. Where have I been? All over the world. It's been amazing. But right now, for 3 hours on this Tuesday morning, we are in your company and we're looking forward to a fantastic show. And I really do hope that you are well there. We have a jam-packed show for you this morning. We are talking about screen time. Yes, how much screen time is too much, especially before bedtime. We're going to get the experts in here to give us their top tips. Maybe you can make a little bit of changes in your life as well. So stick around for that chat. Also, the Ironman event is on the horizon. Stick around for that. We have Steve with us in studio. He's a fantastic athlete and he's going to give us a couple of tips as well. And also a bit of a workout. If you are wanting to train like an Ironman athlete, then this is definitely a workout that you want to get involved in. He's going to give us a little bit of tips and tricks right there. Also, we have Good Luck in studio. Jules is here. They teamed up with Frigid Armadillo. Interesting name indeed. We're going to get all those details, but they have a brand new song on the horizon. And if you haven't heard it, well, stick around. It's called Goodbye, My Friend. Also, towards the end of the show, Majosi is here because he is releasing a brand new song this coming Friday called Afterglow. So a lot's happening on the music front. So stick around for that. We have so much happening and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not alone. The beautiful Zoe is with us as well. And she's got a bit of a dilemma with an outfit which we need your help with.
It's always a dilemma, especially on a Tuesday. Good morning. Yes, today is Tuesday where you have the opportunity to help me complete my look because yes, we're in that in-between weather. It's not cold, it's not hot. So you want to really focus and tailor your outfits to be perfect for transitional wear. So first thing in the morning when you leave, you want to add that warm layer. And during the day when you get hot, you can take it off, but your whole outfit still looks complete. So you have two options to vote for. Option one is this edgy yet chic leather jacket, and this is from Woolworth's premium leather collection. So this is option one. Then option two, personally more my style. It is a classic, beautiful dark grey coat. So that is option two. Are we going to go for a classic, elegant look or an edgy, chic look? The choice is completely yours. So head on over to social media. You can vote for option one or option two, and the winning item will be the finisher to my beautiful outfit. In fact, it will complete it. That makes it perfect for transitional weather and wear. Well, that is the options for you to go and vote. So do that, and we will reveal the winning look a little bit later. But for now, let's say good morning to Zanelle.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every look, every stitch. The details make the difference.
Good morning, my beautiful Zoe. Oh, girl, I am definitely going for option one. I want to see you in that edgy chic look because you can pull off anything. You look gorgeous in it all. So I'm going option one. However, welcome back, you, and hello to you, Mzansi family. I hope that you are feeling so good this morning. As you heard, we've got a great menu up in store, but we do also always want to catch you on the social media streets. It is always so easy to do so. And let's check out what our Good Morning post is this morning. So we want to hear from you. Hashtag Expresso and also that voice note 063-408-8863. We understand that sometimes, you know, having a little bit of a healthy lifestyle, it's a tricky balancing act. However, we know that there's at least one thing we can do each and every day to uplift our health somehow. So we want to know what is yours, my lovely. Send us that voice note. Let us know. Hashtag Expresso Show. However, I can let you in on mine. I always try to make sure that I at least have a little bit of lemon water. You know what I mean? Hot water with lemon, sometimes even a bit of honey. You know, maybe we might add in some apple cider vinegar every now and again, just to add a little bit more of that health, because health is wealth. But that's something I try to do. What is yours? Let us know, all in the name of the Good Morning Post. But while we get ready for the show and get you into the rest of your day, the beautiful Zoe is standing by with the news headlines.
Thank you, Zanelle. Let's start off with your national headlines. 2 learners drowned in the Henops River near Centurion, north of Pretoria, yesterday afternoon during a school excursion. City of Tshwane Emergency Services arrived at the scene to find that the 2 boys, aged 13 and 16, from Davidson Skills School had drowned. It's understood they were engaged in a water activity as part of their school excursion. Their bodies were rescued by divers of the SA Police Service. Circumstances leading to the drowning incident are being investigated by police. And a well-known doctor is among those whose bodies have been recovered following last night's floods at Margate on the KZN South Coast. It's reported that 8 people were rescued and at least 6 vehicles recovered after floodwaters swept through the town. Videos on social media shows how roads were turned into violent rivers as floodwater damaged rivers, sweeping trees along and damaging water and electricity infrastructure. The beachfront promenade was also badly damaged. The death toll stands at 5. More news on this during our weather report. We move to news abroad. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called on the international community to significantly increase donations to Sudan to prevent further suffering there. Guterres says the humanitarian response plan of $2.7 billion for Sudan is currently only 6% funded, and the regional plan for refugees only 7%. French President Emmanuel Macron has meanwhile revealed that donors have pledged more than €2 billion for the war-torn nation. Some 14,000 people have died in the civil war in Sudan in the past year. 33,000 have been injured and about 8 million have fled. And Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the movie set weapons handler who loaded a gun for actor Alec Baldwin before it killed cinema photographer Helena Hutchins, has been sentenced to 18 months imprisonment. The armorer, 26, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. She was found not guilty on a second charge, tampering with evidence regarding the 2021 shooting of Helena Hutchins on the set of Rust. Baldwin, 65, also faces a manslaughter trial in July. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Jurors deliberated for 3 hours before returning their verdict. And Abdullah Ibrahim, the renowned South African jazz legend and global sensation, has received the prestigious Fantuka Af Living Legends Recognition Series Award in Cape Town, an event hosted by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture for the 7th time. This remarkable recognition coincides with a series of performances across Cape Town, Gauteng and New York throughout the month. Born back in 1934 in Cape Town, Ibrahim's love of music has remained strong for over 70 years, influenced by his childhood musical influences and experiences in exile. The Fantuka Af Living Legends Recognition Series initiative, it aims to celebrate living legends such as Ibrahim, highlighting their invaluable contributions to South Africa's artistic and cultural heritage. Well, those are your morning headlines. Let's take another look at your sport.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Let's dive into your sport headlines for this Tuesday morning. Starting off with football news. Everton has formally appealed against a 2-point penalty imposed by the Premier League for breaching financial regulations. Now, the club admitted breaching profitability and sustainability rules by £16.6 million for the assessment period ending with the 2022-23 season. Now, this comes after a previous 6-point penalty for the period up to 2021-22, which was reduced from 10 on appeal. Now, Everton, a consistent presence on the English top flight since the 1954-55 season, currently sits 16th in the Premier League, just 2 points above the relegation zone after losing a total of 8 points. And then staying with football, in a dazzling display, Cole Palmer's 4-goal performance propelled Chelsea towards the Premier League's top 6, securing a commanding 6-0 victory over Everton. Now, the young England star's hat-trick within 30 minutes set the tone, while Nicholas Jackson added another before halftime. Now, despite their 9th place standing, Chelsea is now just 3 points shy of 6th place Newcastle with a game in hand. Now, they enter Saturday's FA Cup semi-final against City with absolute confidence, aiming to halt the holders' pursuit of a 2nd consecutive treble. And then we move over to some rugby news this morning. Leinster has secured a major signing in All Black centre Jody Barrett, who will join from the Hurricanes on a short-term deal next season. Now, despite signing a new deal with New Zealand Rugby until 2028, Barrett's contract allows a season sabbatical in 2025, during which he will team up with the 4-time European champions in Dublin. Now, the 27-year-old with 57 caps for the All Blacks will work with senior coach Jacques Nienaber at Leinster, who led the Springboks to victory over Barrett's team in the Rugby World Cup last October. And we'll end up with tennis news. After battling injuries, Rafael Nadal is set to make his competitive return at the Barcelona Open. Now, despite announcing his intention to retire at the end of the season, the 22-time Grand Slam champion faced setbacks, including a hip injury that forced him out of the Australian Open and subsequent ATP 1000 events. Nadal's comeback match against Flavio Cobolli will mark his first professional clay tie since winning the 2022 Roland Garros. That's where we leave your sport headlines for now. We'll have another update for you just after 7 o'clock. Right now, let's dive into your weather for the first time.
And the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning indicating disruptive rain and with potential heavy downpours, which could cause localized flooding and temporary disruptions to essential services. This warning includes northwest, the Free State, the extreme eastern parts of the Northern Cape, and the extreme southern parts of Gauteng, as well as the Highveld and escarpment of Mpumalanga. Additionally, a yellow level 2 warning is in effect for severe thunderstorms with possible heavy downpours, leading to localized flooding and strong damaging winds. This warning specifically applies to the central and western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. If you would love to share your morning view with us, do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. Let's take a look at your temperatures for your Tuesday.
There we have it. Now you prepped and are ready for your Tuesday ahead. That was your official duties to start off this Tuesday morning. We're going to take a very quick break and then we're going to connect after the break with Dr. Manaj. He's here. We're talking about the link between screen time and your sleep and how that can potentially negatively affect your sleep. We're also going to be jumping into the kitchen with a delicious protein smoothie bowl. Yes, we all say we don't get enough protein in our diets, and look at that. We'll show you exactly how to put that together in your own kitchen. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. Well, we are asking you the following questions. Are you struggling to get enough sleep? Your cell phone might be the culprit. Now, recent research from the Frontiers Public Health suggests a link between excessive cell phone use and insomnia. Now, we are joined by Dr. Manoush Bangwadeen, a general practitioner, to answer all of those questions that we have. Doctor, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me again.
I feel like a good starting point would be, what is considered excessive use of your cell phone?
It's become such a habit for us nowadays. You know, you go to bed after a long day, you're on your phone, look at the socials.
It's literally become an extension of ourselves. You know, the last 40 years, the cell phone has absolutely revolutionized the way we live, interact, and you know, our lifestyles. The question you ask is quite a loaded one. At this stage, there unfortunately is no absolute consensus with regards to time or duration of cellular phone exposure. In other words, what constitutes excessive usage thereof. How we're now looking at it, and it's now actually been classified almost as a psychological condition, it's what the exposure or the duration of exposure is doing to your life and lifestyle. Is it having a negative impact? And we are seeing it more from a psychological, almost an addictive condition. So and it's regardless of the amount of exposure you have to your cell phone, if that exposure is starting to have a negative impact on your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, etc., it's then considered excessive, and you know, we approach it from that perspective.
And look, we want to know what have you learned over the past while, because we've all experienced it. You know, if you go to bed and you start reading a book, you get tired and you go fall asleep. But it doesn't matter how tired you are. If you get in bed and you start scrolling through the socials, you end up being there for hours.
Absolutely.
So what's that association between that excessive cell phone use or cell phone use in general and poor sleep? What have we learned?
So it's basically a multifactorial issue, right? The first has got to do with the content that you're consuming. You've got to realize most of us spend time on social media and these sort of platforms. And we know that especially in the younger generation, the more time you spend on social media, etc., the more anxiety it tends to invoke, the more paranoia it tends to evoke, this whole FOMO feeling. It's actually now classified as a medical condition. So this is what you're exposed to, this is what it incites in you. It increases your sense of arousal and anxiety, etc., to the point where it almost becomes a pathological thing. So you now can't fall asleep based on that. The second, and probably also just as important aspect, is what we call the blue light exposure. All devices that have a screen, cellular phones especially, tend to emit a specific frequency of light. We call this blue light. And this light naturally leads to an aroused state in us. It keeps us awake. And it's the light we have during the day. It's a light that keeps us awake. But unfortunately, in the evening, when we need to start to fall asleep, we need to turn the blue light off so that a specific hormone called melatonin is then released from our brain, which then leads us into a sleep and hopefully a good state of sleep. So this is where the issue with the insomnia, sleep patterns, etc., comes in with regards to especially our cellular phone usage.
Okay. Well, Doc, is it as simple as just on my phone reducing the blue light and putting the sleep mode on, which is more of a warmer tone, that orangey yellow color? Will that not disrupt my sleep as well? You know, if I'm going to go to bed and I remove the blue tone?
You know, it's one thing to put the blue light filter off and like, now I'm fine now. But you mentioned that it's about the type of content you consume as well.
And like I said, it's a multifactorial thing. You know, so the blue light filters are not going to totally cut off that blue light. You're still going to have a certain amount of exposure to the specific light frequency. Then there's also the stimulatory effect of what it is that you're consuming. And as long as your adrenaline's high, your cortisol levels are high, and your melatonin levels low, you know, unfortunately, you're not going to fall asleep as easily as you normally would. And secondly, and more importantly, you're not going to get as good a quality sleep as you actually should. And we know that sleep is you know, it's the therapeutic part of our day. If you don't have good sleep, we age faster, we tend to become more prone to illnesses, etc., etc. So sleep is a vital component of our day.
Exactly, because you want to be relaxed and calm when you go to bed, because by consuming social media and being on your phone, your mind is spinning, right? Is there a cutoff time that you can suggest that we need to turn our phones off and put it down?
fortunately on that, there is quite wide agreement. So, and it's got to do with age. You'll find the younger your brain is, the more susceptible you are to all of these effects that we've discussed. So my strong recommendation to my patients and family, etc., is 3 to 4 hours, depending on your age. If you're a teenager or younger, 3 to 4 hours before you know you're going to get into bed, stop using any and all screens. It doesn't matter whether it's a cell phone, a television screen, a TV
3 to 4
monitor.
hours.
3 to 4 hours if you're younger. Older folk, above 20, 30, 2 to 3 hours, at least 2 hours.
At least 2
Right?
hours.
Because that's the time it takes for our brains to reset itself, get into that anticipated sleep cycle, etc., and then fall asleep effectively.
And look, I must be honest, that's quite scary if you think about 2 to 3 hours, because
Yes.
we got so used to a way of living, with our phones being so close by. I mean, I think for a lot of people, it's a challenge. It's a big idea to think like, well, 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed, I can't look at my phone.
Yep. I mean, I'll stick my hand up right there. There was a time where I would literally switch my phone off and hop into bed. And I felt the physical effects thereof, the insomnia, getting up in the morning a little more groggy, a little more miserable, etc. And the last year or so, I've started to, practice what I preach. And I cannot explain to you the effect it's had on my lifestyle, my mental well-being, etc. All I say to you is just try it. Try it for a week or two, and you will experience it yourself.
I can imagine. I can definitely imagine that. Now, doctor, is there any way we can find some middle ground? Is there any way we can still use our phone but reduce some of the negative side effects? Is there a way we can find the best of both worlds?
Well, there absolutely has to be, not so. I mean, this device is an integral part of our life. We're not going to discard it. So a lot's got to do with self-realization. There's apps on your phone that will tell you accurately how much of time you spent on your phone, etc., etc. And also be cognizant of the effects it's having on your life and lifestyle, the people around you. Is it affecting your relationships? Is it affecting your work performance, etc., etc.? If you find it's getting there and if it's pointed out to you, you need to take those steps to curtail this, obviously. Having said that, get into the habit of limiting your exposure before going to bed. Don't leave your phone active right next to your bed and then be tempted to jump up if there's a message that comes through or if the light goes off, The other thing is also lifestyle changes. We've got to realize we've got to move away from the sedentary life of sitting in front of a device, whether it's a cell phone, a television, etc., because there are consequences to that. The lack of mobility, not being exposed to the physical environment, not actually interacting with each other directly. I mean, we know giving somebody a hug, the physical effects and the beneficial effects it has on it. And how many of us actually now do it simply because we're stuck in front of some device or the other. So, it really has got to be a review of your life and lifestyle. What is this device doing in that? Is it a more beneficial tool? Is it becoming a negative aspect of my life? And it's up to you to initiate those changes.
I think it's important just to take a step back and just quickly look at your life. Dr. Manoj, thank you very much. We're going to chat to you in just a little bit. Very interesting indeed. But if you have any comments or maybe advice, you can let us know on our social media as well. What do you do? Do you have a nighttime or pre-bedtime ritual with regards to your phone? But right now it is time for our Pharmacy of the Week, and we salute our remarkable individuals leading that charge in healthcare. Proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Definitely. So let's take a look at this week's Pharmacy of the Week. We head over to Parkland's Pharmacy.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
Our pharmacy is a newly established business which started 3 years ago. We started with not enough capital, but with the help of Adcock Ingram, they gave us an opportunity to start our business. And at the moment, we are a successful female black-owned business. We always aim at providing a very safe and a supportive environment for our customers.
When leaving the pharmacy, I would like them to feel that they were heard, and obviously that they were well taken care of from a professional point of view.
Because we are the first line of defense. When someone starts to feel a cold, or they start to feel a cough, or they start to feel anything, we are the first stop, the first go-to. And then that way it serves us because they are able to trust us and they are able to come to us all the time.
Brave to me means finding courage and discipline to deal with difficult situations.
Parkland's Pharmacy. Good health is wealth.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram, OTC, sponsors of Brave. Inspiring communities, one pharmacy at a time.
With schools opening again, teachers and parents will face difficult situations like tummy cramps, teething, pain and fever, scratches and scrapes, allergies and coughs. Adcock Ingram OTC brings you a wide range of products to help parents take care of those challenges. Brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
We just want to say thank you to our incredible pharmacists for their unwavering commitment and tireless efforts to keep our communities healthy and thriving.
Lovely stuff. All right, we're going to take a very quick break. Still ahead, this is crazy because a brand new adventure awaits a group of diverse South Africans. They are attempting the highest swim in the Himalayas to break a world record. What does it take? We're going to be finding out. It sounds crazy. It really
definitely sounds crazy. And then we also need to, fuel our bodies. We're going to get into the kitchen and whip up a delicious protein booster bowl. That and a whole lot more still on its way, so don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. We are continuing our discussion with Dr. Manoj this morning about cell phone use before bed. Yes, something that I think we are all very guilty of because it's become kind of a norm, Dr. Manoj. But I want to start unpacking insomnia a little bit. So first and foremost, insomnia. How would we unpack it and how does cell phone or cell phone use before bed play into that scenario?
All right, so insomnia is basically the inability to fall asleep and to attain deep quality sleep and on a repeated basis. It's a widespread phenomenon across the world, and there's many aspects that contribute to it, not just cellular phone exposure, obviously. When we're talking cellular phone exposure, it relates to everything we've mentioned so far. The most important part being the content that we're consuming, the anxiety that it tends to provoke, especially in the hours before we fall asleep during the day, etc., etc. And we know that certain individuals are particularly prone to that. So if you have a tendency to already be anxious, paranoid, etc., excessive cellular phone usage or exposure is actually going to either bring this to the fore or enhance this, these negative features of you. Then there's also the light exposure. We at a level of existence where just about everything depends on a screen of some sort.
Pretty
if it's
much.
not the screen in your car, it's your cellular phone, a TV monitor, laptop, or a tablet of some sort. And in an attempt to make the screens more clear, etc., more vivid, there's a lot more light intensity involved, obviously. So that has also increased. So our overall exposure to blue light sources has increased quite dramatically. And this has this negative knock-on effect in inhibiting melatonin release to the point where in some people, melatonin's, it's almost becomes almost impossible to secrete because your brain's so suppressed for such prolonged periods, people actually cannot fall asleep without medication, etc., etc. So it is becoming quite a significant thing, and it's something that needs to obviously have, to be seen in that light.
And it's interesting you mention all of these facts because I think a lot of people know, the effects thereof, but they don't really take it on board in terms of long term.
Absolutely.
And it's not just cell phones we are talking about. It's screens in general before bedtime because I think we're all guilty of that. You're in bed, and if you have a TV in your room, you're watching your favorite series, you become so tired up until a point where you're with one eye open trying to see what is still happening there before you fall asleep. So screens in general, I mean, this is the case. Yes, cell phones, but in general, any screen.
Yes. I mean, they're all going to have the same effect regardless of the format of the screen.
Lifestyle tips from your side in terms of reducing screen time before bedtime, because we mentioned when you go sleep, this is when your body takes that time to recover properly. You mentioned something that I picked up on earlier as well in terms of, aging.
Yes.
You slow your aging the more you sleep.
Absolutely. So, from a physiological perspective, we know the benefits of good sleep. Not just sleep, but good sleep. And if you're serious about your overall health, well-being, etc., and one of the ironies is, if you are on social media, every second feed is something to do with lifestyle in a positive way, etc. And how many of us actually take heed of that? So with regards to counteracting the effects of the exposure to screen cellular phones in particular, my strong suggestion would be do a lifestyle audit. You've got to move. Mobility is a vital part of our existence. It's a huge anti-aging benefit. So make sure you're physically active. Make sure you're out there. Make sure you're out in the environment. Just being in sunlight has an antidepressant effect.
Yeah.
Did you know that? I mean, so just sunlight exposure increases your vitamin D, etc. Being in a beautiful natural environment elevates your mood, etc. Make sure you are still physically interacting with those around you, not just through an interface. Be physically active. Go to the gym. The endorphins that are released during any form of exercise. And I'm not saying go and become a gym bunny, but some sort of physical activity.
Go for a walk.
Concentrate on your diet. So many of us will sit in front of the TV, in front of a cellular phone, and munch down a packet of chips.
Especially after a long, stressful day, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not doing yourself any favors in that, especially with regards to health and well-being. And anti-aging is becoming a massive thing around the world. We want to live longer, healthier, more productive.
And the problem is, if you don't make the changes now, you will only see those effects years on when it's too late.
And this is the unfortunate thing. Humanity is such where, we could be told certain things, and unless we experience it, it's almost like touching the hot plate, We've got to learn in that way. And I'm saying to you, don't make that mistake. All the evidence is there. We know the effects of insomnia, of a poor lifestyle, etc. It's up to you to initiate the preventative measures now, and one of them is restricting cellular phone usage.
Don't wait till it's too late. Dr. Minaj, thank you, man. That was very, very interesting.
It's been a pleasure again.
I really do hope that you took some golden nuggets out of this conversation and maybe look at your phone a little bit differently and your lifestyle in general. Look after yourselves.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Well, listen, we're now in the kitchen, and if you're looking for a cozy protein-packed salad that is perfect for winter, we've got you sorted. There's no need for you to look any further because we're about to create this protein booster bowl with roasted red peppers, some onions, and crispy chickpeas, and we're finishing it off with a spicy lemon vinaigrette. It also has the nutrients and flavor at its finest. So Strydom, come and join me for this wonderful recipe. When we say it's quick and easy, when you make the various components, it's quick and easy to put together, but it takes a little bit of time because some roasting is involved.
I like it.
So I'm going to ask you to start off with adding our chickpeas, our red peppers, our onions, our red onions to a roasting tray, and then we're going to finish it off by seasoning it with a little bit of olive oil, give it a drizzle, and a bit of salt and pepper.
Got it. I love chickpeas. It's beautiful. It's packed with protein, fiber, all of the good stuff.
I love
But you can
chickpeas
obviously
too.
also replace it, right?
Yes, you can.
With the other protein source like fish, I suppose.
You can, you
Fish would be
can.
nice.
You definitely can. We're going to go for the vegetarian option today, but definitely add your fish to it. High source of protein. I think that's what you want to
Yes.
focus on, is getting those proteins in.
That's what it's about. We don't consume enough protein. So salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper, give it a generous seasoning and a drizzle of olive oil.
Look at that. Okay.
Look at that. And then that will go into the oven. And we'll give it a beautiful roast until our chickpeas are nice and crispy, but our red peppers and onions have softened
Look at
and
that.
roasted
Okay.
beautifully.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Righto. Do I just put it on
You
side
can
for
move
now?
it to the side because that would go in the oven. Then I'm going to ask you to finely chop up our kale, and I'll start off with our vinaigrette. So I'm going to go in with some olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, and honey. The honey always takes a little longer to get out.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's
Concentration.
worth it doing it that way. Then we're going in with some cumin, some chili flakes. We love chili flakes.
I love chili flakes, yes.
And we'll also season with some salt and pepper and give this a good mix.
How fine do we want this?
You can go nice and fine like that. That's perfect.
Okay.
Personal preference. I personally prefer it a little more on the like you've done
Like
now.
the fine side, yeah.
Yes.
The fine side.
The fine side. So here we have our beautiful dressing, and now we're simply going to toss all of our ready ingredients into this vinaigrette. So I'm going in with our quinoa that has already been cooked. If you don't want to do, of course, we're going for protein, high protein.
Yes.
Quinoa, great sauce too, but if you prefer couscous, it's always easier to make. You can go in with
Just pour hot water.
and leave
Yeah.
and
But
add and
quinoa is
season.
one of those superfoods, eh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And it keeps in the fridge for a while as well, which is fantastic.
It definitely, you can prep this in
Yeah.
bulk and save it for meal plan. That is perfect. So you can add
Like
that
that?
to our dish.
Okay, can I just use my hands here?
Thank you. I can bring the bowl closer.
Thank you very much.
And then we're going in with our roasted, beautifully roasted vegetables. That,
Just here. Okay, this is not hot. Fantastic.
you can just add that for me as well.
Go for it. Maybe better with that
It might
spatula.
be spatula. There we go. Fantastic. Give it a good mix. And you are ready to serve this beautiful protein booster bowl. These are great for dinners, for lunches. If you want to add even more protein, go ahead, add your fish.
You
go
can do
ahead,
that, you know.
add your chicken, your breasts.
What I love about this is colorful. You see color, which means you get all the different kind of nutrients. There's different types of protein in there as well. And like you rightly said, I mean, lunch, people, you can have this for dinner and then, you know, scoop the leftovers in a little, if you still have Tupperware. Tupperware, is it like discontinued now?
No, people still love their
good. We
Tupperware,
love
their
Tupperware.
containers. And then you can simply finish it off with some fresh parsley and a little bit of dill.
Just like that.
Fresh herbs to finish it off.
And there you have it. And what's great about this is because it's so packed full of protein and it's fibrous as well, it's going to keep you fuller for longer. So you're not going to be snacking on all other things you shouldn't be snacking on during the day, which is great.
There we go. I love a salad where every bite's different. You know, you're never going to get the same bite twice. Well, if you want to get your hands on this recipe, we have it available at our website, expressoshow.com. All the steps to the ingredients, as well as to make the recipe, it's all available for you, so you can find it over there.
Oh my goodness, it's always such a beautiful morning together here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And I'm here to remind you, my friend, in case you may have forgotten, in terms of what exactly is coming up. Zoe needs her final look, which means she needs your input. And this is why it is your final chance to vote for her look for today. So head over to social media, let us know what you think it is. Is it look 1 or is it look 2? Then, of course, we have got Jean Craven, who attempts the highest swim in the Himalayas. It sounds terrifying to me, but there is somebody who is going to be doing the things that need to be done. And I am genuinely looking forward to hearing all about it. Do not go anywhere. You have got so much in store in terms of your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. We're going to take a short break.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. And we asked and you helped us out. And of course, earlier on in the show, Zoe asked your help to pick her out a perfect Ultimate Edition outfit to complete her look. And let me tell you, you guys came through. I mean, it's full of comfy classic and structured staples. I mean, Woolies is definitely your one-stop shop to sort you out as we head into winter. We can already feel those cooler morning temperatures. Now, we gave you two options. Option one was a premium leather jacket, and the second option was a dark grey coat. So let's quickly take a look at what you voted for on social media. Sylvia, good morning, Sylvia. Always lucky to hear from you. Good morning, Expresso family. Have a great day. Option one, that is the one. So Sylvia definitely goes with option one. Kogi says, have a wonderful day, guys. Option one for you, Zoe, although both jackets will look absolutely fabulous on you. I do agree, but option one there coming through as well. Colleen Janssen, we have option one as well. So option one definitely at this point the firm favorite. Charmaine, good morning to you. I think option one for our beautiful snazzy presenter, Zoe. Yes. Claudia says option one as well, but I love the other one too. It was really actually torn between the two, but there's definitely a firm favorite. Tato says definitely option one, and Teng says number one, hashtag Expresso Show. Well, I think you made the right choice. Zoe, get in here and show us how awesome you look.
Option 1-1. So here we go.
Is this the one that you had your eye on?
I had my eye on the coat, but this jacket is truly surprising. We're going for an edgy, chic look. It is comfortable. It is also part of Woolworths' premium leather collection. So I love it.
Very,
I love that
very
there's
cool.
Pockets.
I love that there's pockets.
I love a pocket.
But I love the whole ensemble with the boots, the jeans, the kind of buttoned white shirt, and even the scarf. It just works.
I'm ready to join you on a bike.
Yeah, just about. Thank you very much for getting involved. I think Zoe's look is now officially complete.
Yes, it is.
Just like that.
There we go. Well, we are taking the quickest of breaks on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. In fact, what do you think of it?
No, I give it a 2 thumbs up for sure. Just like the rest of South Africa, that only went for option one. Yeah, very, very nice. So there we have it. Experience style, coziness and comfort with Woolworths. Shop your favorite transitional looks for women in store, online or on the app.
Big love love is in the tiny details. Every second, every nook, every stitch. The details make the difference.
All right, and now that Zoe has her outfit sorted for this Tuesday, it is rather chilly this morning, I felt it. So I think
This
you are
is
definitely
perfect for
sorted.
it. Oh, well, we also love connecting with you on social media. So for this morning, we said, good morning. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be a tricky balance act. What's one thing you do in your day to uplift your health? Share your voice notes on 063 408 8863.
Let's quickly take a look at some of those comments. Tabang says, good morning, Expresso Show. Eating healthy food and do exercise. Yes, I like it.
Colisa says, good morning. Getting up and getting active. I love that.
Nice little active mindset I see going there. Salma says, yes, very important, taking care of health. I think she speaks in a general term there for sure. Jocelyn says, I'm diabetic, so I have to stick to a well-balanced diet. So definitely. I mean, it's interesting when you broach a topic like this, exercise and diet. The one thing that I didn't see there is enough sleep that we spoke to Dr. Minaj earlier on, and also put down that phone. So much advice coming through this morning. Thank you.
I'm loving it all. Well, thank you. Continue to share those with us. You can send us a voice note. Our number is 063 408 8863. But now we're going to go and take the quickest of breaks. We have the mad swimmer who is ready to create, in fact, it's the fitness journey about swimming in the Himalayas for climate change, and we are very excited for that. And someone else that's on a fitness journey is our very own Zanelle. I mean, she's getting ready for the tropical island of treasure, so we are very excited to follow this entire journey with her, and she's got an awesome workout in Joburg.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso right here on S3. It's a wonderful Tuesday morning. And listen to the story. It is mad indeed. Now, this morning we are joined by entrepreneur, humanitarian and adventurer Jean Craven, founder of Mad Swimmer, as he and some fellow South Africans attempt a daring quest to conquer the highest swim in the Himalayas. Now, he's here this morning to tell us all about this extraordinary expedition who raises awareness for climate change and also supports children's charities with a touch of a new world record on the horizon. Jean, it is insane, my friend. It's welcome, wonderful to have you.
Morning, thank you.
First and foremost, yes, you're going with a diverse group of people, very high altitudes. How do you even begin to prep? Because some of these people, they aren't, professional athletes or climbers or ice swimmers. How do you go about this?
Yeah, well, first you mentioned a diverse group of people. I mean, this is probably one of our trips with the highest contingency of ladies. So that's going to be interesting and hopefully quite helpful, give us some new insights. But yeah, prepping for this trip, it's, my doctor spoke to her yesterday, Chiara CJ from Cape Town, and she was like just trying to research blogs and stuff to get intel. And I said, listen, you should actually blog this trip. There's not a lot of intel available on high altitude swimming, out there. But the prepping, general fitness, be out there, hiking, climbing, it doesn't really, altitude affects people differently. You can be a couch potato watching Netflix or Expresso the whole day and not getting out there, and you might actually be fine with altitude and vis-a-vis like a fit triathlete, and it might hit you quite hard. But general fitness out there, and most of the prep was actually in the mind. This last week's been a lot of thinking about it, the whole team. You can hear this bit of quietness on the WhatsApp group. So people are starting to prep mentally, and I guess that's the biggest prep, just to really prepare yourself mentally and make yourself aware that, things aren't going to work out as expected, and, just to be acting calm and slow and thinking it through.
Look, I know that you are going with a team of professionals as well to make sure that everyone is monitored throughout every step of the journey, which is very important. But as far as I understand, I mean, the plan is, yes, to find a body of no, you haven't identified a specific body of water, and also you're not taking a normal route. You guys are literally tracking and finding your way up.
Yes, so originally there's the last highest body of water known is in the Andes Mountains at 6,400. So yes, we are looking for the unknown. We originally planned to do Everest, and we were advised by the Nepalese authority, listen, as far as I know, Nepal hasn't got, or Everest hasn't got water higher than Camp 2, which is 6,450, 6,500, which we're targeting. And this Puta Hinchuli is a mountain about 300 km down the valley. It's got a lot of snow, fairly rounded. So the probability of getting water here is fairly okay. We've been working a lot with a village just under 4,000 meters, just below the, they've called it the death zone, where you can survive. They've been giving us a lot of intel, but it's going to be a search and find mission too. But we're sure we'll get there. We've got a good guide, Sean Disney, South Africa, now living in the UK. He's summited Everest twice. He's got a team of 13 Sherpas that will be helping us. They're all from the region. They know the mountain very well. And then when push comes to shove, we've got access to another 10, 20 bodies down in the valley that can come and help. But it's going to be exciting, to say the least.
Exciting, to say the least, for sure. When are you guys off officially?
So we're actually on Friday. So we've got teams flying from a group from Cape Town, Joburg, London, and we also got one international swimmer. She's from Zurich. She's an ice swimmer. And then we're all flying via Doha to Kathmandu, spending 2 days there, kitting up. And then it's 2 hops to the base of Mount Puta. This is a 7,200 meter peak, and it's going to be trekking, 3 weeks of trekking, climbing every day, 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, look, you're going to pull up your socks for this one, that's for sure. Look, I know you're going to be battling freezing temperatures, altitude, like you've mentioned, but all of this for a bigger cause. And I want to talk about climate change. Climate change has been on our radar for the longest time now. What's the mission here in terms of creating awareness around climate change? How will this play into it?
Yeah. So, call it, I'm more on the changing climate narrative. We definitely are experiencing it. There's a debate how much influence mankind's has on it. I think, by going green is not a bad thing, and it's a good thing overall. But I think, by us going and looking for water, perhaps where there shouldn't be water, just focuses the spotlight on, these glaciers are melting. How can we as mankind, make the planet a better place? Be aware of this, in your day-to-day activities. So yes, it'll definitely, there shouldn't be water at these levels. We do hope just for our swim, and then it
Yeah.
freezes up after we've left. But I think it's a big focus around that. We'll be, we've got a climatologist here in Cape Town that's also been giving a lot of input on the trip. And yes, as you said, it's a very topical issue, and hopefully the swim can also, put more spotlight on that, just to create awareness. I think that's a good thing. And the more and more we talk about it, the more and more, good constructive solutions will come out.
Yeah. And looking on the other leg of this expedition is also your support towards children's charities, specifically in Cape Town and Bloemfontein. How will that play into raising awareness for these charities, and who are these charities? Is it numerous charities?
Yeah, so we've got a panel of about 30 charities globally we've helped over the last 15 years since we've been swimming these international swims. A majority of them in South Africa. Most of our swimmers are from here, but we've had about 450 swimmers globally join about 45 swims internationally and local. The charities, we identified this year as the Children's Red Cross Hospital here in Cape Town. I mean, they do fantastic work, and it's really, we've seen them and supported them over the years. And then there's also a cancer oncology unit for kids in Bloemfontein that have approached us, and so we've identified them as two local charities, and then we've got a Nepalese charity as well. There's we've actually raised a lot of money for some kit locally, and we're also building a Sherpa shelter, helping our guys, also face the cold in the Himalayas. But it's, the charity, it's a great thing of being able to pay it forward. Yes, it's a privilege for us. I mean, it is quite pricey flying out to the Himalayas. It's it's a real privilege for us being able to do this, but more so, paying it forward to these charities, and not just giving money, but giving your time and going to these guys and doing a check handover and seeing these kids look up to you and say, wow, this is superhero, and if this guy can do it, maybe there's something great I can also do one day. So it's also creating that inspirational story with the kids.
Absolutely. Look, we want to follow your journey. We want to see, how do we do that, and what can we expect to see? I mean, how cold is it up there?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So the climb is really the big thing, and it's a mental thing. Above, actually, Vanessa, on our trip, Vanessa Marie, she was saying she's going to take a bottle of Obi's worth, and she's got this wine sponsor. I said, yeah, cool, but wait till you get above 4,000 meters. Trust me, a glass of wine is the last thing you want to touch. It really starts focusing your body very much just on survival. And so from 4,000 meters to 6,500, we're going to be spending a good 10, 12 days in that zone. And it's brutally cold. I mean, if the wind picks up, it can go down to minus 40. But call it on an ambient, it's going to be close to zero most of the times. And it's trying to sleep at night. The swim, yes, it's going to be probably 1 to 2 degrees Celsius, but the swim, I was always telling
probably
people,
warmer than the outside.
It is warmer, and it's a cherry on top. Wow, we made it, and you actually don't even feel the cold. It's going to be a 5 to 10 minute swim. So but it's harsh temperatures, and it's a growth opportunity, and I think that's why a lot of the team are coming with. It's really a growth opportunity.
Absolutely. You say that the swim is the cherry on top, but as they're getting out again afterwards. Listen, Jean, to you and your entire team, all of the best. We're gonna keep a keen eye on you guys, and I would love to have you back afterwards.
Yeah, no,
you have that world record.
You should follow. We're going to be posting like 45 to 50-second clips every day on social media. So go and look for us. So we're on all the platforms.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Jean, thank you very much. Again, we wish you all of the best. Follow their journey, and let's bring home a world record.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Well, something else that's also a bit of a record is you winning with the Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots. Now, you can play the Powerball for an estimated 13 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 6 million rand. But you always, as always, you need to play in order to win. Now, you can buy your tickets today. You can buy them in store. You can buy them on the nationallottery.co.za website, on their mobile app, through your cell phone banking, or by simply dialing *120*7529# for USSD. And if you're worried that all of those details might be a bit overwhelming, don't worry. We have it all available for you on our social media pages, and we have posted all those details there for you. But you have to push a play the Powerball and Powerball Plus for your share of 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots. But you have to play today in order to find out if you won. Well, it's time for us to catch up with those headlines. Ewan is standing by with the headlines.
Thank you so much, Zoe. 2 minutes before 7 o'clock on your Tuesday morning. Let's start off with your national news very quickly. A defendant in the multi-million rand asbestos roof case has been arrested in America and will appear in court today. Now, this was announced yesterday morning in the Bloemfontein High Court, where the former Free State Premier Ace Magashule and 17 co-accused are facing some 70 charges of fraud, corruption and money laundering. Moruadi Cholota was arrested at an unknown location in America at the weekend, and she was Magashule's personal assistant at the time. The trial was postponed to June the 14th. And 2 learners drowned in the Henops River near Centurion, north of Pretoria yesterday afternoon during a school excursion. City of Tshwane Emergency Services arrived at the scene to find that the 2 boys aged 13 and 16 from Davidton Skills School had drowned. It's understood they were engaged in a water activity as part of their school excursion. Their bodies were recovered by divers of the SA Police Service. Circumstances leading to the drowning incidents are being investigated by the police. Making international news this morning, Israel has vowed to respond to Iran's attack on Saturday and is considering its next move, the country's army chief has said. Tehran launched some 300 missiles and drones at Israel in what is said was retaliation for a strike on its consulate in Syria. U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby says Iran did not issue warnings to the White House about its time frame for launching the attack. Britain's PM Rishi Sunak has called on all sides to show restraint, adding that the UK was working with allies to de-escalate the situation. And UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called on the international community to significantly increase donations to Sudan to prevent further suffering there. Guterres says the humanitarian response plan of $2.7 billion for Sudan is currently only 6% funded, and the regional plan for refugees only 7%. French President Emmanuel Macron has meanwhile revealed that donors have pledged more than €2 billion for the war-torn nation. Some 14,000 people have died in the civil war in Sudan in the past year. 33,000 have been injured and about 8 million have fled. And we'll wrap up with this rather awe-inspiring story in a moment, filmed for the upcoming documentary series Secrets of the Penguins. Some 700 emperor penguin chicks embarked on their first dive into frigid waters from a towering 16-meter ice cliff in Antarctica's Atka Bay. Now, typically these chicks initiate their aquatic journey from sea ice just a few meters high. Now, this remarkable event making a significant milestone as the chick ventured into their maiden swim without parental guidance was observed by National Geographic explorer Bertie Gregory. Now, Bertie's drone captured the scene as the penguins hesitated at the cliff's edge, contemplating the daunting leap into the ocean. But then one brave penguin took the lead, inspiring the others to dive into the ocean one by one. 16 meters. If you have ever done kloofing in the past, you will know that that is incredibly scary. So well done to these small chicks. That's your news headlines for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll have a final round for you at 8 right now. Let's jump into your sports. In your sporting news this morning, starting off with the football news, Everton has formally appealed against a 2-point penalty imposed by the Premier League for breaching financial regulations. Now, the club admitted breaching profitability and sustainability rules by £16.6 million for the assessment period ending with the 2022-23 season. Now, this comes after a previous 6-point penalty for the period up to 2021-22, which was reduced from 10 on appeal. Now, Everton, a consistent presence on the English top flight since the 1954-55 season, currently sits 16th in the Premier League, just 2 points above the relegation zone after losing a total of 8 points. And we're staying with football. In a dazzling display, Cole Palmer's 4-goal performance propelled Chelsea towards the Premier League's top 6, securing a commanding 6-0 victory over Everton. The young England star's hat-trick within 30 minutes set the tone, while Nicholas Jackson added another before half-time. Now, despite the 9th place standing, Chelsea is now just 3 points shy of 6th place Newcastle with the game in hand. Now, they enter Saturday's FA Cup semi-final against City with confidence, aiming to halt the holders' pursuit of a second consecutive treble. Then over to some rugby news. Leinster has secured a major signing in All Blacks centre Jody Barrett, who will join from the Hurricanes on a short-term deal next season. Despite signing a new deal with New Zealand Rugby until 2028, Barrett's contract allows a season sabbatical in 2025, during which he will team up with the four-time European champions in Dublin. Now, the 27-year-old with 57 caps for the All Blacks will work with senior coach Jacques Nienaber at Leinster, who led the Springboks to victory over Barrett's team in the Rugby World Cup last October. And we end off with tennis news. After battling injuries, Rafael Nadal is set to make his competitive return at the Barcelona Open. Despite announcing his intention to retire at the end of the season, the 2022-time Grand Slam champion faced setbacks, including a hip injury that forced him out of the Australian Open and subsequent ATP 1000 events. Nadal's comeback match against Flavio Capoli will mark his first professional clay tie since winning the 2022 Roland Garros. That is your sports news. We'll have another and last update for you just after 8 o'clock. Zoe is now standing by. The roads are awake. Let's see what's happening.
Thank you, Ewan. We start off with traffic in Pretoria. There's been a fatal car accident before the R21 highway exit. It's causing very heavy delays. Allow for additional travel time and plan accordingly. If you're in Cape Town, in Athlone, there's heavy congestion on the N2 inbound at Jakes Gerwel Drive. Expect delays are being experienced, so allow for more travel time. That's your traffic. Let's take another look at your weather. And mopping up operations are underway in Margate on the KwaZulu-Natal south coast after Sunday night's heavy storm, which led to flash floods and claimed the lives of at least 5 people. It's believed a well-known doctor from the area is among those whose bodies have been recovered. 3 of the victims, a man, woman and child, were presumably trying to cross a low-water bridge when their vehicle was swept away by floodwaters. A 4th person is believed to have been struck by lightning. The flooding also caused damage to roads, power and water infrastructure, and disaster management teams are engaged in cleanup work. More thunderstorms with possible heavy downpours can still be expected today over the central and western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. It's that time of the morning where we get to look at your sunrise views, and this one was sent in also from KZN, but from Belito, Cindy Strydom. You can see the cloud cover is quite heavy and it looks like a storm is brewing. Well, if you would love to share your morning view with us, you're welcome to do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. Let's take a look at your temperatures for today.
Ons kan daai wintertemperature voel. Dis verseker maar gelukkig nog lekker warm in Uppington. For now, we are going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we of course following Zanelle's fitness journey as she gears up for Tropical Island of Treasure. And this morning, she takes on some ninja warrior training on little Zanelle. Let's see what is going to be all about and how she manages. And then we're very excited. We have Jules Harding from Good Luck in studio as she teamed up with Frigid Armadillo on a brand new hot song called Goodbye, My Friend. It is a fantastic song with a very deep meaning and a very deep personal meaning for Jules herself. We'll get all of those details coming your way after the break. Stick around.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3. And my friend, you can see I've changed. I've got some gear on me. Yes, it is because Deep Heat is in the building yet again. And we are getting into a Deep Heat Ninja Warrior training program. And I am so excited because we've got two ninjas in the house from Total Ninja in Northgate. I'm talking about Mpho as well as Kawekazi. They are here to help me become a ninja. And they are ready. Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good. How are you, Zanelle?
I'm amazing. Thank you. Thanks for waking up for us.
No problem.
Thank you. Oh, come on. That's right. Kawekazi, let me start with you. For anybody who's like, what is Total Ninja? What would you explain it to be?
Okay, so Total Ninja is an inflatable course park which caters to all ages, kids, adults. You climb, you jump, everything.
Yes.
Everything you do there, obstacles. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. And for me, I've actually gone and experienced it, but I didn't experience it properly. I just watched my friends.
No.
That day I was like in heels and stuff, so I couldn't, partake.
must come through.
I will, I 100% will. But you see, I'm getting a taste of it today. Yes. So let's talk about Deep Heat, of course, because like we said, it is a Deep Heat Ninja Warrior training program. Mpho, when it comes to Deep Heat, how do you use it and how does it make your life a little bit better?
So according to my understanding, basically, whenever you have like any muscle strains, even if it's like a little cartilage strain, then I'm pretty much sure you can just quickly apply it and it gives you like a bit of a relief.
Yes.
I've never actually heard of any using it before you're going to work out, but I know for a fact once your muscles start, so this is going to be very much interesting for me to find out as well, you know?
Oh, so Mpho, you see, that's the nice thing. I'm here to let you know that you actually can use it as like a pre-workout. Exactly. You know what I mean? There it is. Guys, for me, I know that Deep Heat always helps me out. You know I am on a program because I'm getting ready for Zanzibar, all in the name of Tropical Island of Treasure season 11. But before I go and work out, I put on some Deep Heat. As you heard from Mpho, when they are sore afterwards, because my trainer does the most, I put it on as well, and it helps me out with those post-workout aches and pains. But today, we're going to be getting into these aches and pains because I'm becoming a ninja. Guys, please don't kill me. I'm begging you.
We'll try not to.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's get into it, guys. What do we have for today?
Okay, so do you want to start here? Should I go?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. So first and foremost, I think the first thing we want to make sure is that you're geared up, okay?
Okay.
That's very much vital. You want to make sure that you've got all the proper gear in check. There we go. You're looking beautiful as usual.
Thank you.
Right. And then I think the best thing we also want to do is perhaps apply some DP so we can start our stretches, okay?
Okay.
And then once that's done, we're going to get into the real business, okay?
I love it.
So maybe Q will help you get some DP and you'll start applying wherever
Perfect.
necessary.
Okay, Q. So while you also explain to me what's happening, let's get it. I'm going to put this right over here.
right, cool.
And let's get some Deep Heat. And then I think we can, So what exactly are we going to be doing in terms of these stretches? And I see a lot of things. There's balls, there's...
Going down.
That's going down.
Okay, so I think the most vital point that I'd like to bring up is the fact that your breathing control needs to be on point consistently.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to try your best to make sure that you're breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth. Okay,
Yes.
with everything that we do. So we're going to quickly do a warm-up. Me and Q have got a couple of warm-up techniques that we're going to put you through. Hopefully they won't strain you enough before we get into the real business.
Exact.
But I'm pretty much sure you'll be fine, so I trust you.
Okay, I trust myself as well.
Feeling?
It's already warming up.
Is it?
Warm up the muscles. I like
Great,
it. I like it a
great,
lot. Yes,
great.
yes. And let's do this side. Yes. Okay, perfect. Here we go.
All right.
All right. So,
Okay.
what is our setup for today?
Okay, cool. So let's quickly start with the warm-up.
Okay.
They're called burps. I used to call them star jumps. Keep telling me that they're actually called burps. So they're very much simple, okay? What we do is we basically go up, you jump up, you go down, stretch, back in, and up, okay? So we're going to do 5 of those.
These guys, but it's fine.
You'll be fine.
All right.
You'll be fine. Let's do 5, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1. There we go. 2. There we go.
We got it.
Here we go. 4.
One more.
Here we go.
And 5.
That's your last one. Okay. All right. Another trick that I also like doing is quick jogs on the spot.
Okay.
So let's give those a try. How we do it is we change the pace. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll start off a bit slow and then a bit faster. You ready?
Okay, here we go.
Cool. Let's go for 10 seconds. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A bit faster. 4, 5, 6. A bit slower. 7, 8, 9. A bit faster. Let's go. And 10.
I like the slow part. That's the part.
The slow part.
Slow part. Yeah.
Okay, cool. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel a little bit warmed up.
Okay.
I feel ready.
All right, so now we're going to get into the real business.
Ooh, hectic. Okay, here we go.
First and foremost, like I mentioned, gearing up.
Oh, I have to gear up like this. Is this on my
Yeah.
Oh, lolo. Here we go. Okay, I was never ready.
Okay, these are called battle beans.
Okay.
They're very much big into obstacle courses.
Okay.
And ninja fitness. Okay. And how they basically work is you're looking for open spaces to attack at. Okay.
Oh, no.
So as open as possible. Then we go 1, 2, 3, you know? And at the same time, while you're doing that, you're trying your hardest best to block where you can.
Okay.
Try your best not to hit each other in the face, guys. You guys look beautiful. So
I was going to say, Q, are you ready for me? Yes, I'm ready.
Ready, this battle. In 3, 2, 1, ninja. Well done.
Hey.
Wow, Zanelle is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Okay, girl.
I grew up
You
with
got
5
a challenge.
siblings. I had to fight a lot.
Well done, well done, well done.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right,
you got that last one in.
Okay,
Hey.
let's do the next course.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'm gonna quickly set us up.
All right.
Over on this side, hopefully. You'll be okay.
You see, this one I'm scared of.
This one
I
is
feel
actually not that bad. Q
Okay.
is gonna quickly show you an example, okay?
All right.
And then we'll basically see how we can take it from there. Okay, Q, you'll start that side. Come this
right.
side. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So first obstacle, obviously, this way.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna jump 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to start. This is fun, actually. Okay. So Q's gonna jump, right? As soon as she gets to this side, it's boom, 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 legs. Okay. Jump onto the other side. By the time she gets this side, I'll be here, and I'll be standing with this. You have to go underneath. Okay. Then jump. Okay.
Okay.
Right. That's your mini little obstacle. Are you
Got
ready?
it. Ready.
Okay. Cool. Q, are you ready on
Okay.
your side?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Let's go.
I
In
got
3,
this.
2, don't forget. Arms, leg. Arms, leg. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Done.
Leg. Yes.
Well done. Jump. Underneath. There we go. Jump. Well done. Now come back one more time.
Oh,
Back.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
There we go. Back.
Okay.
Jump.
Yes.
Underneath. You have to go under.
Yes, ma'am.
Well done. Jump. Leg, arms, legs. Arms, leg. Well done. Proud of you. There we go. Flex them up.
It is I.
There we go.
All right.
How do you feel?
I feel like a champion, like I'm on 300.
Like a ninja, right?
Are you not entertained? Are you? Yeah, no. Wow, guys, I see I'm out of... There's a lot going on here. So, shall we get a little bit more DP'd on me?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely.
And honestly, guys, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I feel like this is your...
Yeah.
And also, let's talk about what you guys do. It's incredible. It's absolutely amazing.
So basically, our job is to curate a beautiful experience for you guys inside our Total Ninja Park.
Yes.
And we basically just sit there and make sure that you guys are safe. Obviously, we make sure that safety is our biggest protocol. Make sure that you guys are obviously having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We make sure that you guys are fed as well. And yeah, that's pretty much our job. We just make sure that people are having quite a lot of fun while flexing and gymming and looking beautiful at the same time.
I love it. Oh, my friend, you saw us getting ready all in the name of defeat and this ninja training warrior session. And I honestly feel like I am getting ready 100%
Yes, ma'am.
for this island adventure that we're going on. But my friend, we want you to come and join us. So do the right thing and get in all of the information, because here's how you can do it.
Are you auditioning and getting ready for Tropica Island of Treasure? Well, don't let joint and muscular pain hold you back. Deep Eat is your go-to warm-up solution and SA's #1 choice.
Oh, yes, and here's an extra incentive. The top 7 contestants heading to the island will each receive 10,000 Rand from Deep Eat. And remember, you can upload your audition with the hashtag Deep Eat and the hashtag Tropica and tag MyTropica.
Who knows, you could be competing in Zanzibar.
Yeah, it's time to reach your full potential.
Get Deep Eat and conquer the island. Well done, Zanelle, on that impactful workout this morning. She's ready for Tropica Island of
She
Treasure,
is.
for
She
sure.
is our Tropica Barbie, which I'm very excited
But
about.
we need to do this when they are in studio. Oh man, this is exciting. Jules Harding from Good Luck together with Frigid Armadillo. They teamed up with a brand new song and it is a banger. It sounds so awesome. We're going to get all the details from these beautiful people in just a little bit. Stick around.
Oh, I'm excited. Loads of entertainment today. And then after the break, we'll also catch up with Kuhle, who visited the Animal Anti-Cruelty League in Johannesburg. So we'll definitely bringing you some heartwarming, feel-good vibes on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Express right here on S3. And man, have we been excited this whole morning. Joining us right now, Jules Harding, the head girl and soon to be mommy from Good Luck. And of course, the incredible duo that goes by Frigid Armadillo, consisting of two gents, Lebo and Sia. Now they've recently teamed up and released their new collaboration song called Goodbye, My Friend. Listen, it's a fantastic song. And if you haven't heard it, here, I'll do you a favor. Listen to this quickly.
My friend, you know this is the bitter end. We've been on the edge before, but I can't take the fall no more. So goodbye, my friend. You know this is the bitter end.
Let's give them a warm Expresso welcome. Can I tell you, this is one of my favorite parts whenever we have a musician's work play through the speakers, whether it's the music video or just the sound coming through. It's seeing the smiles on your faces. Both of you completely lit up. Oh, I love this.
Nothing to do with nerves.
You guys look cool and calm from where I'm sitting. It's wonderful to have you all in the studio. Jules, lovely to see you guys as well.
So good to be here.
Yeah, first and foremost, how's it going?
Oh yeah, I'm getting on. This is
You look amazing.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but thank you
No, we
very
wouldn't
much.
say that because you do.
Thank you. I'm at almost 8 months pregnant already. 7.5, so we're getting on.
It's insane.
I know time marches when.
And I mean, you haven't stopped working. I mean, you just keep going.
No, I'm still gigging. I'm still gigging till the end of April, which is going to be a test. But yeah, we've got about 5 shows left, and then I'm going to take some time off.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it. How did this happen? First and foremost, Frigid Armadillo. It's a name that causes quite a stir with a lot of people.
It does. This is a question that we knew was coming.
So you prepared at least?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a bit. I think, long story short, the name was a very spontaneous creation between Sia and I. Late night WhatsApps back and forth. We needed an identity. We had an identity crisis. And I think Frigid Armadillo was the crisis averted. So that's what we're running with.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So tell me, how did Frigid Armadillo how did the collaboration happen with Good Luck?
We actually have a mutual person between the three of us who put us together. We actually had this instrumental laying around, no real idea for it. And then, yeah, she just said, oh, you know what, I've got an idea, Jules from Good Luck. And we said, yeah, okay, why not? So we passed it on, she got it, sat on it for a little bit, and then, yeah, now we're here.
Yeah, I sat on it for a bit, and then, I mean, I loved the instrumental. When I heard it, I was just like, I was obsessed with it, actually, but I wanted to write something beautiful. I was waiting for that spark. And, yeah, I went out to dinner one night with friends. Unexpectedly, they told me that they were getting a divorce. They were breaking up, and it was quite a shock. But they were handling it in such a mature and beautiful way. They were so, like, grounded and accepting and loving about what was happening. And I was kind of like shooketh, but also just very impressed with how they were handling the situation. And I went home and I processed my feelings, and I wrote the song. So it's kind of like an empowered breakup song. It's like, not all breakups have to be bad. You know? So it's kind of, that's where it came from. And I wrote it, and it was really honest, a really honest reflection. And I sent it to the guys, and they were happy. And that's how it came together.
So when you heard back from Jules, I mean, and you saw what she's done and what she's wrote, I mean, what were your thoughts initially?
Well, firstly, she actually got back to us. That was
okay.
That was a start. So that was already a win. And then she actually sent back what was a very catchy song. So something you struggle a lot with, especially as a producer, is getting someone to actually like match your vibe. Like it's very difficult to like have someone match the vibe. And she sent back the first draft, and it was perfect. It really was.
Wow.
Just needed like a little bit of backing just to fill it up, but it was great.
What was it like working together? Because I know, Jules, you said somewhere that, I mean, working with these guys, they're like two comedians.
They are pretty funny. It's been really awesome getting to know them. And yeah, I think we've just clicked. We have very similar ideologies about music and the music industry. This is the first time that we're actually releasing a song. We decided we're going to go completely independent on the song as artists. So we're releasing indie. You know, they backed the idea. We haven't released not on a label for many years, and I can tell you right now, any artists out there that are listening, this is one of the most successful releases we've had across Spotify, Apple Music, just support from radio, support from the fans. So, you know, don't be scared to go indie. I think it's actually sometimes when you back yourself, good things happen.
Oh, I love
You know?
that. When you
So-
back yourself, good things happen.
Yeah.
Well, we know you said you have about 5 shows left, and then you're going to put the feet up and relax a little bit, perhaps write more songs. But for Frigid Armadillo, what is the rest of the month or calendar year looking like?
We are quite busy, so we've got some good things coming up. We don't want to reveal too much as yet. Not yet. Not yet.
You know what it is? They want to be invited back so that they can come and reveal the secret then. Okay.
First ride the wave of the song now, I suppose.
Yeah, let's enjoy the moment.
Because, I mean, it's been receiving such good feedback from what I've heard as well. And, I mean, the song really is catchy to the ear as well. So well done on this collaboration. I mean, I think just hearing it live would be amazing as well, would be awesome. Yeah. Just quickly, Music Safari Festival, Beats in the Bush.
Yes.
June, but you're not going to be there.
No, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be giving birth.
What can we expect?
So I can't be there. It's very exciting, actually. We've been growing this since lockdown. It was a little idea that we came up with, you know, when festivals weren't allowed to happen. We started this very boutique, very unique festival in the bush up in North KZN in Zululand. And it's grown from being, you know, a very small boutique festival. It's now we're in about 500 people. And it's a really cool one because it's a mixture of safari, Big 5 safari game drives.
Nice.
And music, and drinks in the bush, yoga in the bush, all kinds of activities. It's quite exclusive, and we have a stacked lineup of amazing local artists that we put together. Mo Josie's actually going to be on the lineup as well. I think he's going to maybe be here on the show later on.
You know, I did say it earlier on. He is. Well, okay, let's stick with maybe.
Let's stick with maybe. So it's just a wonderful experience. There's nothing like it, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we get an amazing crowd from Joburg and from Durban mainly, but it's kind of open to anyone who wants to come and experience something different. Bush experience with a live music experience.
Yeah, but for now, just new chapter.
Yeah,
for you.
New chapter.
All right, listen, just in terms of the way going forward now, I mean, you're going to chill and then you're going to just completely just lie low.
For a couple months, yeah. And then we're going to be touring with an extra +1, +2 probably. And get a little bit someone to help us with baby and cruise around. And yeah, I think this baby's going to have an interesting lifestyle. But
that's for sure.
You know, baby will fit into your
I just
lifestyle.
quickly want to know, how many songs have you written already for baby?
I've written a couple, but it's my dream to do. It's always been my dream to do like a kids audio book or a kids audio something, music, and so that's kind of like the next project, just for fun. It won't be as good luck, of course, but it'll be something.
I think a lot of parents would prefer hearing you sing than Baby Shark. So
definitely. Baby Shark will. So definitely that's on the cards.
Awesome.
Probably towards the end of the year.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Well done on this incredible collaboration, Frigid Armadillo. I can't wait to see what's on the cards for you guys in the future. But we are going to hear that song called "Goodbye, My Friend" a little bit later on, so make sure you stick around for that.
Definitely. Well, there is nothing truer in this world than the love of a dog. Now, Kuchle visited the Animal Anti-Cruelty League in Johannesburg, where dogs of all kinds await their chance to become cherished companions in loving homes. Let's take a look.
Dogs, our steadfast guardians of love, embody a devotion that transcends words. From unwavering loyalty to boundless affection. But what happens when we let them down? We are at Animal Anti-Cruelty League in Johannesburg, where another set of guardians stand ready to care for our furries in need. Among them, a very special pup whose journey will surely touch your heart. Karen, it's so good to see you again. Thank you so much for welcoming us.
Welcome back.
I know whenever I come to AACL, my heart is going to melt. I mean, look at this cutie. Who do we have here?
This is Spunky. He's a Maltese cross. He's 6 years old. His family was moving and could no longer take him with us. So he's come through to us to be adopted out. Animals will go through a full health check when they arrive. They will be vaccinated. They will have parasite control. And we will just basically keep them in a quiet environment overnight. And then we will monitor them while they're in their new kennels.
So he's ready for adoption, right?
Yes.
What would you suggest is the perfect forever home for Spunky?
I would imagine with kids, probably a little bit older kids, not too young because he is a little bit older. Just someone that's going to give him lots of love and tender care, sleep on the end of the bed, that type of thing.
Amidst the trials of life, rescue dogs stand as beacons of hope, embodying resilience and the spirit of second chances. It takes special people to help them on their journey.
I've been here for 6 years now. Yeah, and you get to know these animals. You get to know that every animal deserves a home, and there is a home out there for every single animal. But yeah, the challenge is from a fundraising, marketing, and to get the animals adopted out as quickly as possible are real. They're very, very real in the NPO. We have on average about 300 animals here at any one time. Those animals have to be fed, cared for, veterinary, and it's raising those funds to be able to continue to do that. It costs us for these animals to come through here. You know, it's through sponsorships, that sort of thing. So we're always allocating, but also just to get the public to see the animals. And we do that through social media, we do it through our website. There's places for all animals up for adoption there. And it's just getting that out there as quickly as possible to get them home as quickly as possible into a new and loving home.
I can hear them barking throughout our conversations. Can we please go check out some more animals, some cute little pups that you have here at the shelter?
Absolutely, let's go.
The care bestowed upon rescued dogs becomes their lifeline, guiding them from darkness into the warmth of compassion and care. What's the most common health condition you encounter in dogs and animals that come from neglectful and abusive situations?
I think it's parasites, worms, especially in the puppies and the larger dogs as well. Worms is a major problem for us. Ticks and fleas, yes, but obviously with the right treatment we can get rid of those very, very quickly, yeah. I think for ticks, fleas, mange, that sort of thing, you're probably looking at excessive scratching. For worms, you're looking at scraping bums on floors, you'll see them in the stalls, and just general sort of undernourished. We have a regular program that we work with the dogs. So it's either on a monthly or a quarterly basis. We will have tick, flea, deworming vaccinations. So we will have all that done on a regular roster here.
NexGard Spectra provides the most complete protection against ticks, fleas, mites, and intestinal worms. It's a once-monthly, tasty, beef-flavored chew that dogs absolutely love. It's the easiest way to control parasites and help our furry friends thrive in social and secure environments. Upon arrival at the shelter, NexGard Spectra starts safeguarding our furry friends, allowing them to explore and interact with confidence at just 8 weeks old. This protection continues seamlessly into their forever homes, providing owners with peace of mind to cherish every moment with their rescue dog. From neglect to nurture, rescue dogs find love and solace in their forever homes, where every wag of their tails speaks volumes of their gratitude.
We're adopting out of between 400 and 500 animals every year. It goes up slightly, goes down slightly. To try and increase that, we're looking at social media. We push everything through social media. I think the majority of the public are on social media, and to get those animals out there through this platform is the easiest and best way for us, yes, because it's easier shareable as well.
How can Mzansi get involved and be a part of the initiative and contribute to the growth of the shelter?
I think adopting is our main goal for that, but also if you can't adopt, volunteer. If you can't volunteer and you don't have the time, financial support is great. You know, a 50 Rand donation goes a long way. First week in May, we've got an adoption open day, so we're inviting the public to come through and have a look at the animals and to open their hearts and their homes to a new animal. We will post it on social media.
As we witness the remarkable transformation of rescue dogs like Sponky, let's all remember that their journey from abandonment to finding their forever home speaks true testament to the unwavering dedication of organizations like the Animal Anti-Cruelty League.
Oh, thank you, Kuchle. Well, listen, when we see animals, they always bring so much joy into our lives, and you stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash plus a surprise goodie bag for your furry friend. Simply reply to the competition post that's currently on Expresso's Facebook, X or Instagram pages and tell us what makes your dog your best friend. Don't forget to include that hashtag NexGard and hashtag Guardians of Love. The competition will close at midday on Friday, the 19th of April. That's this coming Friday. And there are T's and C's that can be found on expressoshow.co.za. Well, we are taking the quickest of breaks on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And of course, there's a big build up to the Ironman event and everything that goes into it. And we'll get into that a little bit. And then we have Jules from Good Luck as well as Frigid Armadillo. They are ready to give you a performance to make sure your Tuesday starts off on the right note.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3. If you've just joined us, a heartily good morning and a warm welcome to you on this Tuesday. Now, a festival weekend of racing that you could be part of is coming to Nelson Mandela Bay, South Africa. It is a city full of rich history, pride and memories, and it is also renowned as the home of Ironman. Yes, the 2024 Isuzu Ironman 70.3 will also offer age group qualifying slots to the 2024 VinFast Ironman 70.3 World Championship that takes place on the 14th and 15th of December in New Zealand this year. But joining us, and they're going to be heading my way just now to tell us about this incredible event, is the Department Executive and Marketing at Isuzu SA, Zipindiwe Nkobo, and also triathlete and coach Steve Atwell as they pull up in the studio. That's it. Thank you, Lucian. Ooh, come join us. Come join us. Steve and Zip, welcome. Thank you for parking my car inside. It's lovely. It's lovely. Steve, how's it, man?
Nice
to meet you. Zip, lovely to see you. Yeah. This is exciting. What a machine.
Sure.
Hey, as she purrs into the studio.
Oh, of course.
This is incredible. Let's talk about this partnership between Isuzu and Ironman first and foremost, and how does it play into each other? Because, I mean, we know the Ironman. I mean, it is an incredibly tough event, and equally so the Isuzu MUX.
Of course. I think the partnership has grown over the past few years quite significantly. We started off just as a vehicle partner, but I mean, if you understand, our brand proposition is with you for the long run. We've partnered with these guys for so many years, and now we are the title sponsor for Ironman. And I think that we also love to give back to the communities that we serve in Gqeberha. I nearly said Port Elizabeth there.
Yeah, you got it.
So it really creates such an exciting atmosphere in the area, giving back to the community. It's also a great opportunity for, you know, tourists to come in and see what we have to offer as South Africa. So yeah, as an organization, we had to, you know, support.
Yeah, and listen, what an organization, because I mean, this takes me back. I was a youngster when my pops bought an Isuzu 280 DT 4x4, and it just went. It kept on going. We did 4x4 trips. Many years later, it was still going strong. And I got to ask you, Steve, from your side as well. I mean, for a triathlon athlete like this, an Ironman athlete, I mean, we talk about the endurance and the incredible physical, you know, attributes that they need to have to complete an event like this, tying into an Isuzu vehicle. What parallels can be drawn?
Well, it's exactly that. I think it's a very tough thing to do, the Ironman. The training is every day. You need the reliability, you need the power. It's similarly exactly what the car's got. You know, it's renowned for its powerful engines, and it's just its capability of going long distances, carrying heavy loads, and that's exactly what Ironman athletes have to do day after day for the training.
Exactly. Show us around the car very quickly. I would love to see a little bit of the inside because, I mean, if we talk about ride comfort, that is there as well. Not so comfortable on a bicycle saddle for sure, but I mean, this is it. I mean, have a look inside. I mean, it is modern, it is beautiful, it is spacious. I mean, this is definitely something that I can see myself hitting the road in. And of course, for an Ironman athlete, you need space.
This is space. So it's a 7-seater. The back seats fold down, so you've got ample boot literage here. The boot opens on its own, which is really great if you've got your hands full, and loading bikes in here makes it very, very simple. It's obviously got the rails for the bike racks on the roof as well. It's got the tow bars, so it's the complete utility of a bucky, but it's a SUV at the same time. So
exactly. I mean,
really
this has really got everything that you need. All right, guys, join me back in here for a second, because Steve, I want to chat about your experiences and maybe your advice to people partaking in the Ironman this year, because it also serves as a qualifier for New Zealand. First and foremost, what messages can you put out? Because I mean, we know this is not a race for the faint-hearted.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't just have to be competing for world champs to do the Ironman. This is the Ironman. So I would say everyone who's trained well, you must just rely on your training now. You've got to back yourself now. The training's been done. You've got to get out there and you've got to enjoy it. You know, you've got to take like every pedal stroke, every swim stroke, every step forward is ultimately going there to get the goal. So you have to enjoy it now and just back yourself. Really, be bold. That's what you've got to do.
Look, I know that you and I are going to jump into a bit of a workout just now, but are you going to join us?
Well, I don't think I can keep up with Steve as yet. So
okay, but listen, what I wanted to say is, like, yes, we're going to do a workout inspired by what you guys go through, but I mean, this is in no part that's going to get you ready for the Ironman if you want to jump on it last minute. The qualifiers, I mean, how does this work exactly? Because it is a big deal to qualify this year and then head on over to New Zealand to go compete in that side of the world.
So every age group has one slot generally, because age groups are broken down into 5-year slots. So, for example, it's 20 to 24, 25 to 29, and so on. It goes like that. So one slot. So it's the best person from every age group that goes, which is amazing, because if you go traveling and you go to world champs, you are racing against the best person from every single country around the world. So it's an incredible accolade to be chosen to go or to earn your spot, earn your slot.
Just for those people maybe that forgot how big this event really is. What are the distances that's covered in each section?
So there's 2 races this weekend. There's the Ironman, which is the full one, Ironman South Africa. That's a 3.8 kilometer swim. It's a 180 kilometer bike, and then a full marathon, 32 kilometers. And the 70.3, it's called 70.3. It's the distance added up in miles. So you're swimming 1.9 Ks, you're riding 90 Ks, and then you're running a half marathon, 21.1.
No, that's definitely a feat. And from your side, what are your hopes for this event? I mean, also taking into account the incredible partnership that you have with Ironman.
Sure. So I think for us, we'd firstly just like to wish our athletes, all the best. I think from Isuzu, you guys are already winners. The determination, the drive, and everything that you need to go through to actually get to the point of being able to partake in a race. We are truly amazed at how much the endurance, you guys can go through. So it's amazing. We really wish them all well, and we hope that their training and their determination culminates to the results that they want.
Yeah, and of course, and if you are in Nelson Mandela Bay, pull through and go and support and go see some awesome vehicles and athletes at the same time. Thank you very much, guys. Steve, I know you and I are going to gear up. I'm going to get in my fitness clothes just now. You can watch as well, or you can join. But for now, I'll just get comfy. How does this look?
You look amazing.
Yeah, I look amazing. Fantastic. So make sure you don't miss out on the Action 2024 Isuzu Ironman. Takes place the 21st of April in Nelson Mandela Bay. And of course, for more information, you can visit ironman.com. And don't forget to follow the live action on social media. It's going to be all there for you. Hashtag Isuzu SA and hashtag Bold Beyond Human, because those partaking in this event is beyond human for sure. And of course, like I said, stick around because Steve is also going to be taking us through an Ironman worthy workout in just a moment.
Hey, this is Jules from Good Luck, and this is Lebo and Sia from Frigid Armadillo. This is our brand new song. It's called Goodbye, My Friend. Enjoy.
this is the bitter end. We've been on the edge before, but I can't take the fall no more. So goodbye, goodbye, my friend. I said goodbye. I won't take the fall no more. Say goodbye, my friend. You know this is the bitter end. 'Cause we've been on the edge before, but I can't take the fall no more. I said goodbye, my friend. You know this is the bitter end. But we've been on the edge before, but I can't take the fall no more.
There we go. Jules, Harding, Lebo and Sia. What an incredible performance. Oh, that was amazing. It was so great having you guys here.
Thank you.
Oh, well, there we go. We promised you to kickstart your Tuesday off on the perfect note, and we definitely delivered. We are taking the quickest of breaks on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we're going to get into a little bit more fitness, and this time gearing up towards an Ironman race. Don't worry, we're not going to do the whole workout. We're just giving you the TV version, and then when we get back, we will see you in a bit.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Now, of course, the participants in the 2024 Isuzu Ironman 70.3 will be tested beyond one's imagination of what the body and mind can achieve. It is an incredible race. And here to take us through his pre-race fitness routine and to prepare for this epic event ahead, triathlete and coach Steve Atwell. All right, Steve. So obviously training is in the bag.
That's it, yeah.
But now is just to make sure the body is prepped and warm. And I like it. For you, obviously, it means one thing. But for viewers at home, embark on this. Do this with us, because it's always good to include variation of exercises in your daily routines, because we want to confuse the body. So please, how do we warm up?
All right, so we're going to do, it's going to be, everyone can join in here, which is really great. It's very easy. We're just doing very simple exercises, but we can do them more and more and more the fitter you are. That's the nice thing about this. So let's just start. We'll talk as we go. So we're going to start 6 lunges. Everything will be 6 and we'll do 9 exercises. So just a decent step forward, lunge in, and as we go, we'll go.
And alternating.
We'll do alternating, 6 of these. So this obviously, the cycling and the running is a lot based on your
Yeah.
legs, so you've got to strengthen everything around the legs, not just the main big muscles that you can see. Now we're going to go down into push-ups. We're going to do 6 push-ups.
Okay.
So the wider you go, the harder it becomes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now into plank position. We're just going to hold the plank position and we're going to spell Isuzu. So I-S-U-Z-U. All right, so we're going to go straight back up. We're going to do 6 squats. So legs shoulder width apart. Just lower your bum towards the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to go back down onto the floor. We're going to go into the plank position. This time we're going to point up to the sky. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of everything. All right. Now we can lie down. We're not taking a breather here.
Okay.
We're going to do these reverse snow angels. So you're going to lift your legs and your hand at the same time. This time we're going to spell M-U-X. So let's make the M, make the U, and make the X. Let's do one more of those.
Okay.
Make the M, the U, and make the X. Okay, let's roll onto our backs quickly. These are called the Ironman get-ups. I want you to point one hand up at the sky and get up.
Oh.
Physically get up. That's 1. Get back down. Point up to the sky with the opposite arm and get up. 2. 6 of these, back down.
All right.
You can make these harder, actually. We won't try this one because I don't know if I can do it, but you put both arms on your chest.
Really?
And see if you can stand up.
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, let's try for the last one.
Okay, that's 4. One more, point opposite side. 5. So you can see, although they're easy exercises, it's getting harder as we go. Okay, let's try arms over the side.
Hang on. I need to prep for this.
Okay. 1.
How do you do this?
3. Yeah! Okay, fair enough. So that's 6. Let's carry on one more. We're going to go down. I want you to make a diamond press up. So this is more for the triceps, a lot more for the swimming. So we'll go 6 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go, you can variation here. So either plank, but this is going to be spider plank. So I want you to bring your right leg onto your right elbow.
Okay.
If you can't manage that, you can do the push-up position. Right knee onto left elbow, onto right, and the opposite side. Let's do 6 of those. 1,
2, 3, 4,
5, 6. So a lot of this is the core work as well. And let's just end off holding the plank for the 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Goodness, dude.
That would be the warm-up. And if you're doing 70.3, you could do 4 or 5 rounds of that. If you're doing the Ironman, you could do 9 or 10 rounds of that. It's just about being consistent and getting that endurance build.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it's a great workout, and I can see how effective this can be for anyone just wanting to be fitter generally, you know, because it's a great variation of exercises. Basically, you exercise your entire body, but for an athlete, why are these specific exercises beneficial? Is it just to get the blood flow to all the different kind of muscles?
Well, you're using, you're swimming, you're using a lot of upper body, running and cycling a lot of lower body, you're using your core all the time.
Yeah.
So these exercises, it's all about pushing your own body weight. So the press-ups are very good for the upper body, your squats and your lunges, very good for the legs. All this plank work is good for the core. So although they seem very simple exercises, it's vital to do that. Absolutely vital to do it. You're not even panting.
I'm just laughing at my director now because, like, our next exercise, pick the car up. So we won't do that. We won't do that. But I mean, it really is good because what I love about this, it forces the heart has to work really hard, forcing the blood up and down, left and right throughout the body. And that way you also burn a lot of calories for those who's wanting to incorporate this in a good home routine as well. It shows you what you can do just with the body. So let's do a few more. Let's just start from the top again and then let's see how far we get.
All right, so let's start off with the lunges then.
Let's do it.
So 6 lunges, yeah.
Okay, let's give it nice and pacey.
Okay, 2,
3, 4, 5.
Maybe the crew should clap for us. 6.
Maybe.
Push up, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, plank holding this. I-S-U-Z-U. Okay, we're going up. 6 squats.
Okay.
1.
Come on, guys. I hope you guys are joining in at home.
And the nice thing at home, you don't need any equipment for this. You can just do all of these. Let's go down into a plank with pointing up to the sky. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe good luck could play some music.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. And then we were doing the spider plank, so let's go. 1,
2, 3.
This is a real killer.
5, 6.
Okay, onto your back.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Do we want to do these Ironman get-ups?
Okay.
Point to the sky. 1.
It's amazing how the body starts burning already.
I hope there are some viewers doing this with us. At least one person doing Ironman doing this.
You're getting tips from the experts here. If you are competing this weekend, so.
5.
One more, then we'll end it.
Okay,
That's it.
cool.
Up. And there we go. Okay.
Whoa.
And while it's up there, high five to you. Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That is insane. Man, let me just, now my breath is going.
I'm glad you're panting now, that's good.
Yeah.
And as I say, you can just continue to do that. It's not difficult, but the more you do it, just the better your endurance and your strength gets. Strengthening all over.
Awesome,
Soon you'll be an Ironman.
Ah, soon. A couple of more of these, right? All the best for you as well.
Thank you very much.
It's a fantastic event. Don't miss out on the action. It's going to be awesome. 2024 as soon as the Ironman takes place. The 21st of April in Nelson Mandela Bay. And of course, for more information, you can visit ironman.com and follow that live action on social media. Don't forget that you can follow your favorite athlete on race day with the Ironman tracking app available on iOS and Android devices. Hashtag Isuzu, hashtag bold beyond human. It's going to be incredible. Thank you so much. Oh.
Whoa.
Well, it's that time of the morning for us to take a final look at our national headlines. The Northern Cape Chamber of Commerce says its members suffered great damage due to water outages in Kimberley, which lasted some 11 days. The Saul Plaatje municipality shut off water supply on the 4th of April to repair infrastructure. The work was supposed to last until April 8th, but several problems prevented restoration of water supply. The Chamber of Commerce's CEO, Sharon Stein, says they're still trying to estimate the extent of losses. She says several businesses, such as guest houses, had to purchase water at prices ranging from 15 to 42,000 rand. And a defendant in the multi-million rand asbestos roof case has been arrested in America and will appear in court today. This was announced yesterday morning in the Bloemfontein High Court, where the former Free State Premier Ace Magashule and 17 co-accused are facing some 70 charges of fraud, corruption and money laundering. Morowadi Loto was arrested at an unknown location in America at the weekend. She was Magashule's personal assistant at the time. The trial was postponed to June 14th. And about 90% of pharmacies in Liberia are selling stolen medicine donated by aid organizations, the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, says. USAID Mission Director Jim Wright says such as acts of fraud prevented Liberians from receiving donated essential medicines. It means that medicine is only available to patients that have enough money to buy them. Following the revelation, 6 Liberian civil groups have launched a national media campaign to monitor the disruption of aid medicine supplies and raise awareness that donated medicines are free and should not be sold. And Israel has vowed to respond to Iran's attack on Saturday and its considering its next move, the country's army chief has said. Tehran launched some 300 missiles and drones at Israel in what it said was retaliation for a strike on its consulate in Syria. U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby says Iran did not issue warnings to the White House about its time frame for launching the attack. Britain's PM Rishi Sunak has called on all sides to show restraint, adding that the UK was working with allies to de-escalate the situation. And Abdullah Ibrahim, the renowned South African jazz legend and global sensation, has received the prestigious Van Tuka of Living Legends Recognition Series Award in Cape Town, an event hosted by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture for the 7th time. This remarkable recognition coincides with a series of performances across Cape Town, Gauteng and New York throughout this month. Born back in 1934 in Cape Town, Ibrahim's love of music has remained strong for over 70 years, influenced by his childhood musical influences and experiences in exile. The Van Tuka of Living Legends Recognition Series initiative aims to celebrate living legends such as Ibrahim, highlighting their invaluable contributions to South Africa's artistic and cultural heritage. Well, that is where I leave your morning headlines.
Just a couple of minutes past 8 o'clock. Let's quickly take a last look at those top sports stories for your Tuesday. Starting off with football, Everton has formally appealed against a 2-point penalty imposed by the Premier League for breaching financial regulations. Now, the club admitted breaching profitability and sustainability rules by £16.6 million for the assessment period ending with the 2022-23 season. Now, this comes after a previous 6-point penalty for the period up to 2021-22, which was reduced from 10 on appeal. Now, Everest, a consistent presence in the English top flight since the 1954-55 season, currently sits 16th in the Premier League, just 2 points above the relegation zone after losing a total of 8 points. And we're staying with football in a dazzling display. Cole Palmer's 4-goal performance propelled Chelsea towards the Premier League top 6, securing a commanding 6-0 victory over Everton. Now, the young England star's hat-trick within 30 minutes set the tone, while Nicholas Jackson added another before half-time. Now, despite their 9th place standing, Chelsea is now just 3 points shy of 6th place Newcastle with a game in hand. They enter Saturday's FA Cup semi-final against City with confidence, aiming to halt the holders' pursuit of a 2nd consecutive treble. Over to rugby news now. Leinster has secured a major signing in All Blacks centre Jody Barrett, who will join from the Hurricanes on a short-term deal next season. Despite signing a new deal with New Zealand Rugby until 2028, Barrett's contract allows a season sabbatical in 2025, during which he will team up with the 4-time European champions in Dublin. Now, the 27-year-old with 57 caps for the All Blacks will work with senior coach Jacques Nienaber at Leinster, who led the Springboks to a victory over Barrett's team in the Rugby World Cup last October. And we end off with tennis news. After battling injuries, Rafael Nadal is set to make his competitive return at the Barcelona Open. Despite announcing his intention to retire at the end of this season, the 22-time Grand Slam champion faced setbacks, including a hip injury that forced him out of the Australian Open and subsequent ATP 1000 events. Nadal's comeback match against Flavio Cobolli will mark his first professional clay tie since winning the 2022 Roland Garros. And that's where we leave your sport for this Tuesday morning. Let's get a quick last look at your roads.
Dankie Strydom. Let's take a final look at your traffic in Centurion, Johannesburg. There's congestion on the N1 northbound between Brakfontein Interchange and John Foster Drive. Traffic is slow moving. If you're in Cape Town, there's been an accident at the Kubik Interchange, and that's resulting in heavy congestion on all approaches. Add more travel time. And if you are in Bellville, Cape Town, there's some heavy congestion on the N1 inbound at Jip de Jager. Delays are being experienced, so add additional travel time. That's your traffic. Let's take a final look at your weather. And the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning indicating disruptive rain with potential heavy downpours, which could cause localized flooding and temporary disruptions to essential services. This warning includes Northwest, the Free State, the extreme eastern parts of the Northern Cape, the extreme southern parts of Gauteng, as well as the Highveld and escarpment of Mpumalanga. Additionally, a yellow level 2 warning is in effect for severe thunderstorms with possibly heavy downpours, leading to localized flooding and strong damaging winds. This warning specifically applies to the central and western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. It's our final weather update for today, and we take a look at a sunrise view shared by Zanelle in GQ. You can see clear skies and beautiful palm trees in the foreground. Well, if you would love to share your morning view, do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. Here's a final look at your temperatures for today. your temperatures for your Tuesday across South Africa? Well, if you're wondering how else you can make this day amazing, well, your tickets to the millions start by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday. Now, you can play Powerball for an estimated 13 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 6 million rand. But as always, if you want to win, you need to play. And you can buy your tickets today in store. You can buy them on the nationallottery.co.za website or on the mobile app. You can also buy your tickets through your cell phone banking or by dialing *120 *7529# for USSD. We also have all of those details on Expresso's social media pages, so you don't have an excuse to miss out. Now, if you want to punta, pusher, play Powerball and Powerball Plus, that's for an estimated 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, and you could hit it lucky.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it when we get to tell you how you can be a winner. And I do hope you get lucky, my love. I wish you all the best. However, I always tell you that we're already winning as your Expresso family because we get to hang out with you Monday to Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. And today, my love, I need to tell you about the fact that we are getting into a very important conversation. I mean, the fact that we're going to be getting into navigating the talk of children in a relationship. It can be a very tricky one, but we're going to be finding out how we can do it together as well as just in terms of the best way to do it. But then something exciting, Super for Ian is going to be showing at Emperor's Palace this weekend, and I've got all the details that you need to know along with a very exciting competition. We're going to take a short break, but all of that is coming your way right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. And joining us right now is probably one of my favorites. Yes, I'm allowed to pick favorites because he's a singer and songwriter. You know him so well. Majosi. Oh, you really are one of our favorite musicians. We are so happy you are here.
Thank you.
In fact, he just came back from New Zealand, and we are very honored that he stopped here before going on another tour.
What was happening in New Zealand, brother?
I went to see family. My wife came. We had a nice holiday. Beautiful. Very grateful to have gone there. Yeah.
That's also a holiday, not work.
Yeah, no, not work.
Did you
not
perform
yet.
at least a little bit there?
No. Next time I go, I'll definitely perform.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
So you actually took a proper holiday for once?
Yes, it's weird, man. Like, it's so weird for me to travel to another place and not play music. It was very weird, but it's nice just to explore and spend time with my wife, spend time with the family, see a new place, you know. Like,
have you been there before?
No, never been there before.
Really?
No,
What's your impressions? Because I know it's quite an adventurous place as well.
Yes, yeah, it's very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Very interesting place, very interesting history. There's like things there that you would see that you won't see anywhere else in the world.
But it's not South African people.
Nah. Let me say one thing. I will say one thing. We've got something very special in South Africa. I know I'm biased, whatever. I grew up here, I live here, whatever. There's something here that other places don't have. There's a flavor, there's a little bit of spice, you know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of a vibe here that I think we take for granted all the time. We're so fortunate to live.
Yeah, dude. Well, just to tie into that, because I mean, I've just spent 3 weeks in Thailand now with my family, and it's just you miss that. You miss that friendliness of the South African people, which is amazing. Even my wife, who's a Hungarian, is so South African right now. She's not going anywhere. You know, she missed it on that side. You know, which is amazing. But we're not here to talk about our travels.
Okay.
We're here to talk about work. Yes. Because in fact you are here to work this morning, although it's a lovely cat. This Friday, exciting day, brand new song, Afterglow, that you did with Michaela Faye.
Yes, yeah.
Chat to me, my friend.
I'm so excited. Like, first of all, if you guys don't know Michaela Faye, she's amazing. Like, I've been a fan of hers for ages. Like, she just happens to be married to one of my friends now, and we're friends now, whatever. But I still admire her so much. She's got such a beautiful voice. Her mind is just so creative, and she's just one of those creatives that is pure, you know. She's got pure artistry, pure vocals, and I was so glad to work with her on this track. And she actually produced the track as well, which is like really, really cool. Like, she smashed it out the park. It's hard for me to say this because like I've got so many songs from the album, whatever, but this might be my favorite song on the album. It might be. It might be, yeah, man. There's something special about it, and I think...
What is the song about?
Well, funnily enough, we both at that stage had just gotten married, so we were both kind of newlyweds, and I think we were both kind of processing that feeling of like giving yourself to someone for the rest of your life, and like what a beautiful thing that is, and also understanding how comfortable you are with that person. And you know, like, I mean, you two are both married as well. Like, it's a hard feeling to describe to people, and I'm like, it's a really awesome thing, and I think we try to capture that in the song. Hopefully we did.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sure.
I can't wait to hear it, because I know you're going to perform it for us. But you've also released an EP that has different versions of the song, Safe in the Sound. Why did you decide to incorporate various versions of that song?
You know what? I was trying to think of interesting ways to just to reintroduce my music to people, and I released this song, Safe in the Sound, last year, about a year ago. And I had an instrumental version, and one of my favorite bands that I follow, they released an instrumental version, and I was like, I don't know, you can just release instrumental versions. And then one of my friends approached me, and he does kind of orchestral arrangements and things like that. And he was like, you know what, I'll do a remix for that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, he's going to do an orchestral arrangement and remix it and make it all cool. And I had that as well. And I did, for my album launch, we recorded the whole launch. And we had a live version of the song as well. And I was like, I've got all this stuff, you know, it's just sitting on my computer. Let me just give it to the people, enjoy it, and have fun with it.
Yes, you must be the most chilled artist that I ever know, man. Yeah, so I might as well just, you know, just do it. It's awesome, dude. But listen, for those who haven't seen you perform live, you have to. You have to. He is phenomenal. He's so good on stage. I've got to ask you quickly, I mean, what lies ahead for you this year? Where can people see you? I know on the 4th of May, you've got something at the Pink Room.
Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you. So
I'll just remind you.
No, I've got so many shows. Like, I'm really excited this year. So one of the shows is at the Pink Room at the Gorgeous George. Beautiful room, beautiful venue. It's going to be an intimate show. It's so weird. People always asking me to play in Cape Town. They're like, when are you coming to Cape Town? I'm like, I live in Cape Town. Like, I literally live around the corner from the Gorgeous George. So if you're in Cape Town, please come to that show on the 4th of May. And then, of course, Beats in the Bush, 7th to the 9th of June in KZN. That's going to be, as Jules was just saying, it's going to be a beautiful show. Also, traveling for the first time to the UK to do my first headline show there, which is super exciting for me on the 5th of July. I'm going to Dubai. Yeah, I'm just doing a whole bunch of exciting things, which is really scary. Like, I know there's probably...
I've got a good calming energy on people, you know. I can easily...
He's oozing that calm himself.
I always feel safe when you're around, dude. But yeah, just to the kids out there, you know, like, I just want to let people know, like, you might see me doing all these things. It's scary. It's very scary. It's hard. But you know what? Like, I know that I don't let that stop me from doing things. So I'm really excited, and hopefully wherever you are in the world, come through to the show.
Oh, well, listen, we will stay up to date with everything you're busy with so that we don't miss out on the various shows in the locations we might be. But Majosi, we're going to send you off because the floor is yours. We are super excited. You can go.
Thank you.
You can go because we are super excited to hear his brand new track, Afterglow.
We're gonna definitely. He's gearing up. He's warming up the vocals, and yeah, stick around for some Majosi magic in just a little bit. But now we are heading over to Joburg. Zanelle is sitting by with a brand new production in Afrikaans, Sopper vir een. Let's find out.
Indeed, I am. And my friend, we're talking about things that you cannot miss. Even my earrings excited, okay? You're still tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast show. And we, of course, want to get into what we call Sopper vir een, as you heard from Ewan. And my friend, we absolutely love it when we get to see excellence on a stage. And it is, of course, Dinner for One, the classical play. Also, another one, a part of it, rather, is, in fact, the satirical local version, which is Sopper vir een. It is going to be on stage at what we call Empress Palace this weekend, 7 p.m. on the 19th of April. That is exactly where you need to be. And I cannot wait for it because I feel like we are going to be in for a treat and a half. And this is why we had to bring in the big guns, okay? I am talking about the people who are behind this beautiful play. I am talking about the lovely lady who plays Miss Sophie, Alma, who is absolutely looking lovely this morning, as well as Frans, who is the person who is not just the producer, but also the director. Hello, you two. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Zanelle. Nice.
How are you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful to have you guys with us because I feel like you are making history. I mean, the fact that we have a localized version of this beautiful play that I think has gone on to become a cult classic since it was filmed in 1963 in Germany, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Alma, let me start with you because not everyone knows what Dinner for One is about. Please get us into that. What is it exactly?
It is a birthday party.
Oh, okay. Tell us more. Yes.
Yes, for a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the 90-year-old.
Oh, I love that. You look so much younger than 90.
Yeah. But, you know, there's makeup, there's wigs, etc. But the best thing was that I had to learn to talk English very, very elegant.
Oh, goodness.
And it comes not naturally for a Burki.
Oh, my goodness, I love that. Well, you're doing a very good job, might I say. Tally-ho. You're doing a great job. I can't wait for all of us to hear it on stage. But then I want to come to you, Frans, because, of course, you are someone who has now brought on this South Africanized version, Sopper vir een. What inspired you to do that?
I think we all grew up with Dinner for One, so we all know the old black and white film, as you say, 1963, and they say it keeps the record for the show or the film that's been shown the most on TV stations around the world. So I thought it's time, let's take it to the stage.
Yes.
So before interval, we do the classical one, the British one, Miss
As a
Sophie.
foundation.
Yes.
Miss Sophie and Justin Strydom is playing the butler, James. Now, James obviously plays all the characters.
Yes.
And he must drink a toast. With Miss Sophie.
For every character.
So,
wow!
So times 4.
I love that.
And then there's the line. We all know the line.
Yes.
That trips him all the time. And now the film is like 18 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, we cannot do a whole theatre evening with 18 minutes.
Yes.
Then we stretched the Dinner for One to 35 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Then we have interval. But still, 35 minutes is not enough for an evening out.
Yes.
So then I said, but okay, let's do the South African version.
Yes.
And we call it a spoof. So we call it Sopper vir Een.
Yeah.
But then Elma and Justin also changed roles.
I love that.
So Elma then becomes the butler, James, and Justin becomes a wonderful Miss Sophie, a big dress.
That is so beautiful.
Still has the beard on.
Oh, come on. I feel like we're in for quite a treat with this, guys, because that is actually something that I think is so creative in the sense that you didn't just decide to add South African to it, or rather South Africanize it, but now you've even made you two switch roles.
That's right.
Yes.
And one of the guests is, guess who?
Who?
Jan van Riebeeck.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my word.
Because they're all supposed to be dead.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my goodness. But can I speak to that quickly, very much so? Because you obviously play all of these different characters and whatnot.
That's it.
So let's now talk about the fact that you have to prepare for this role and all the different roles that you're playing.
That's right.
How do you do that, Miss Sophie?
Oh, my gosh. It takes time, my dear.
I can imagine. My goodness. Yes.
Because obviously Jan van Riebeeck didn't talk. He didn't talk Afrikaans.
Yes.
As a Nederlander.
Ah, there he is. There's Jan van Riebeeck. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I must say we've been a bit naughty to intervene there for a moment.
Yeah.
Because the guests are very interesting. It's Jan van Riebeeck. We've got old President Nelson Mandela as a guest.
So I had to listen to him.
Then we have Nathaniel, just to put a bit of flavor.
I love it. I love it.
We have Bishop Tutu there, and we have General De La Rey.
Oh my
So it's quite an interesting dinner party.
It's a very interesting mix of people. I will also ask you, Sophie, actually, I see I'm already calling you Sophie. Alva, tell me, what did you watch of Nelson Mandela's that helped you to prepare for this?
Well, all of his speeches.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
To get the you. He has a very particular way of saying you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, this lady did her homework.
And Bishop Tutu as well.
Yeah.
I listened to his speeches as well. As well as Nathaniel.
Oh, my soon. This is so exciting. Franz, tell me very quickly. Of course, we have the South Africanized version that we are going to be seeing this weekend. Have you had it show anywhere else, and how was it received?
Yes, no, people love it because I think also before interval we do the classic version. So it's fresh in people's mind.
Yeah.
And then we take them out of their comfort zone totally.
Yes.
And then they enjoy it so much. And I must say, Elma and Justin really goes out.
I love it. Beautiful. And that's where I need to ask you guys, how can we come and see it? What details do we need to know, please?
Emperor's Palace this Friday evening, the 19th of April. Bookings very easy. ltickets.co.za. 011-815-3000.
Yes.
And I also want to remind people we have Mother's Day special with a whole dinner this Sunday on the 12th of May, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Bring all the mothers.
All the mums.
All the mums.
I love it.
They're going to enjoy it. You laugh from the beginning to the end.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Alma and Franz. We appreciate you guys, and all the best for this beautiful night that will be Friday.
Fantastic, Zanelle.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Oh, it will be our pleasure to go and support these incredible humans because, of course, my friend, we love it when we are able to just allow theatre to grow some more in our incredible country. But then, you know, as your Expresso family, we always have something nice in store for you. So let me tell you about how you can be a winner, my friend. You heard all of the details, but you stand a chance to win big with dinner for one and Sopper vir Een at Emperor's Palace this Friday night because we've got tickets to give away for the opening night on the 19th of April. And listen to this, my friend. You get 2 VIP tickets for Sopper vir Een on the 19th, an Emporium meal voucher with 800 Rand, an invitation to the special opening night function where you'll meet each and every one of these incredible characters and you can take nice photos and chat and everything. Then for an even bigger treat, listen properly, accommodation for 2 people at the 5-star De Oriel Grande Hotel at Emperor's Palace, along with breakfast, which you would need, of course, on the 20th after you've had such a beautiful night. And I want to tell you how you can enter. All you do is SMS to the following number, 37338, and you start with the code word dinner, then your name, surname, email address, and your city or town, and it's as easy as that. Then you can be coming and joining these incredible humans, all in the name of Schipper vir Een. And you must make sure that you're able to get yourself to there, please, and then we'll take care of the rest. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. T's and C's do apply, and SMSs cost R1.50. So do the right thing. We want you to be there. I know I'm going to be there having a good time, so you must come and join us, okay? It is always so incredible to 100% be able to be a part of this theatre love that happens in our country. So make sure that you do the right thing. For now, though, let me tell you what you can expect. Coming up, we are, of course, going to be getting into joining in a conversation that is all about a relationship dilemma that you never knew, my friend, could even happen. It is going to be us sorting it out together, all right? And then we have a recipe, golden milk latte. What does it sound like? Well, to me, it sounds golden, and it sounds like delicious things as well. So stick around for that. Do not go anywhere. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're in Zanzibar for Tropica Island of Treasure. Are you? Did you just swim here from South Africa? There's an easier way to find fame and your share of a smooth R1 million fortune. Simply upload your audition to social media, explain why you're a match for our celebs. Add the hashtag Tropica and tag @mytropica, and we can see you in Zanzibar. Buy a Tropica now and enter to be on the island.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. You are tuned into Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. It is a Tuesday morning, which means we also delve into some relationship issues and dilemmas. Now, we have a bit of a scenario that we want to unpack this morning. And, you know, the scenario goes like this. And Josie, you're going to be joining, and please weigh in as well, as a married man yourself. But this is a scenario. It really focuses around having kids and the topic of kids and how to broach those conversations. So the scenario is this. There's a couple, and everything is in place for them. They're on the same level. They connect. They communicate. Everything is going absolutely perfect for this couple. They're happy together. They love each other. The next step now is to obviously buy a house. But the thing is, the topic of conversation. Now, she never felt like, you know, carrying a baby herself. She's all open for kids. Okay, you can read the full story as well. Open for kids, but she feels that, you know what, I don't want to go through the whole pregnancy. I never wanted that, although I am open to being a mother. The husband or the boyfriend at this stage believes that, you know, his kids needs to be biological, and he's not really open to adopting kids. Okay, so that's where the issue now comes in, because she feels like, but he can't tell me what to do with my body. Yet they love each other. They have all of this history together. Okay. So the topic of kids.
So in this story, they also say they have discussed the option of surrogacy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for them, it's too expensive of an option for them unless they win the lotto 10 times.
Yeah.
So that's the scenario this couple is in. So naturally, we want to unpack this. I'm pretty sure both of you, including myself, we've had these conversations with our partners as to where we stand on where do we want kids, how many kids we want, by when do we want kids. Was that a conversation that was continuous throughout your relationship?
Yes, for sure. I think both me and Daniela, we've had these conversations before we even started dating, you know, because when you want to spend your life with someone, you want to kind of be like, okay, cool, can we do life together? And one of those things in life is having kids, you know, and that's an important discussion. Like, I don't think people communicate enough in general, but especially when they're getting into a long relationship with a person, you know, so it's really important to understand what the other person wants from life and see where you can kind of give and take, because, you know, there's some things that we're not all going to agree on, but what are the things that are steadfast in your journey in life?
Having kids is almost like one of those you know, deal breaker conversations, right? My question is, when is the right time to have that conversation? Because obviously we take a look at these, you know, reality shows and love and all of that, you know, and it oftentimes comes out as, oh, the one party wants kids, the other one doesn't. How do I tell this person? Is this a deal breaker or so? So does it matter, in your opinion, when you have that conversation? Because when myself and my wife, when we got together, I mean, we were fairly young. It wasn't something on our topics of discussion at that stage. But I can tell you now, if we were to have that conversation right now, and I mean, we this year married 17 years, if we had the conversation back then, I wasn't in a position where I could even fathom the idea of kids. However, she would have loved to be a mother, you know, and now we're going back. But if we broached that conversation, our relationship might have not worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very good. I think it all depends on the person, but it doesn't have to be like, let's sit down and just chat about these things about
first date.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it can be a casual thing, like between friends. Like, when you hang around with people enough, you kind of generally get a sense of what they want from their future, you know. And but you are right. There are a lot of people who, I guess, start off like one of my good friends. Like, he didn't want kids at all, and now he has a daughter, and he couldn't be happier. You know, life is complicated. You know, it's not as simple as like you don't want kids, so you'll never want kids for the rest of your life, or you want kids now. But I think it's just understanding the other person and also willing to make a sacrifice sometimes, you know.
I would love to hear from you as well, Zoe. I know we're going to cross to Zanelle. I want to have her input as well. But Zoe, I mean, as a newly married woman as well, I mean, how did you guys broach this?
I think we used, you know, friends of ours are obviously further along in their life journey with regards to they've been married longer, they've been together longer, some of them have had kids, and some of them even struggled to conceive. So that was kind of a big springboard for our conversation. So even before we got engaged or married, we were on the same page as to, yes, we would love to have kids. And we even discussed as how far we were willing to go in our relationship to try and conceive. Because so often when a couple faces infertility, they never had that discussion of how many rounds of IVF are we willing to do compared to when do we give up and consider adoption. And I understand not everyone's heart is open for adoption. And so those are the types of conversations we had to navigate. And we've done that. But yeah, it's still a sensitive one, I think, for a lot of couples.
I think sensitive is a good word, because, I mean, can you imagine? Like, it's like nowadays what the youngsters on the apps, you know, it's like, let's swipe, yes, I'm going to meet, set up a date, whatever. Boom. Hi, my name is Ewan. Do you want kids?
Well, if you're on Hinge, Hinge does give you that option to say open to kids, don't want kids, or want kids.
I'm not on Hinge. I'm not on Hinge. Zanelle, I want to hear from you, Zanelle. What's the deal? How do you see this? The topic of broaching kids, you know, early in a relationship.
Listen, I definitely feel like, no, this is something you always need to have a conversation about. You see how you just spoke about you and, you know, when you meet the person, you're there and you ask already straight off the bat. I think that there always needs to be a little bit of an understanding in terms of what you see for yourself. Do you want to be a parent? Do you not want to be a parent? But then the really important thing, I also think you need to explore the other sides of it, right? Of if someone changes their mind. You know what I mean? When you now have decided, okay, we want to get married, but what if, yes, in the beginning, we both like, we don't want to be a parent, moment, and now a few years down the line, I'm like, oh, you know what? I've actually changed my mind. I think that also needs to be a little bit of a conversation, and I definitely think that with our incredible anonymous who shared this story with us that I think so many people would be able to relate to, it's all about having a little bit of a mediator, someone who's going to be there to help you kind of navigate this specific place that they find themselves in, because sometimes you need that third voice that's going to kind of bring reason and maybe just bring everybody to be in one place to understand each other a little bit better.
I like that. I like that. And like Majosi also said, the fact that, thanks, Zanelle, I appreciate that. Like Majosi, like you said, I mean, you know, being in an environment where there's people around maybe changes your perspective. But I mean, it's also for me, I mean, it is such a heavy topic for a lot of people, you know, and they want to broach that topic and subject as soon as possible. But I mean, in the same breath, I feel when you meet somebody new, just, I think, relax into it for a second first and see if there is a little something between you as an individual and that person as well, right?
Yeah.
Before you bring up the whole thing, get a bit of a vibe going first, you know, chat and see how it unfolds.
Get that attraction.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what we've done is we've also posed this story of Anonymous on our social media. So we've got some comments that came through. Ntuli gave us a big response saying, I would suggest, since you have great communication skills and this one discussion that goes beyond your reasoning on both sides, seek therapy, preferably pertaining adoption, surrogacy and biological birth. That will give both parties a chance to explore and fully comprehend the different ways of having kids. Once that's tapped into, then couples therapy will then help you navigate on what works best for both of you within your individual preferences. Kids are a permanent decision, and if you can't come to terms on how to have them, it will flow on your parenting style. So I really hope that helps. That's a really beautiful response.
Yeah.
Very beautiful, yeah.
Let's take a look. We have some more comments.
Yeah.
We definitely don't want to go anywhere on this discussion. I'm going to bounce out while you read this comment, right?
Okay, so Gail says this may turn into a bigger issue later on. He should find someone that wants to share the rest of their lives together and bear him children, okay? Let's see what other comments came through. Susan saying, there's no such thing as a perfect life. Just don't get married yet, as you are most definitely not ready. Enjoy your life and see how you feel in the future. You most likely have your own reasons for not ever wanting to fall pregnant, but believe you, it's a beautiful journey with the right partner. Well, there you go. So some interesting views. Of course, this is one of those hot topics. Everyone will be extremely opinionated, but it definitely comes down to the couple in question. Oh. Well, Majosi, thank you for joining us. We threw you in a relationship talk, I know. Perhaps some songwriting inspiration.
Yeah, it's a serious topic, man, and I think, you know, everyone has their reasons, and it's just trying to understand each other, you know. Yeah, listen, communicate more, and listen to each other.
Yeah. Well, Ntuli definitely echoed a very good thing. They've got great communication skills, so definitely keep at that. If you want to be part of that conversation, feel free to join it online. You can follow us at Expresso Show using that hashtag Expresso Show.
What a topic indeed this morning. I mean, this really is something that sparks a lot of conversation, and please continue letting us know your input. You know, how do you go about it? How do you view the topic of having children? How do you broach that subject to make sure you don't maybe scare the person off, because it could potentially be a fantastic relationship, right? Anyways, we'll get into that a little bit later. We're going to dive into something else right now. If you at home suffer from lactose intolerance, yeah, it's a big one. A lot of people do. Me just saying the word milk might give you a stomach ache. I don't know. But right now, we are treating you to something rather special. It is a golden milk latte. Just the name itself makes your mouth water. That will give you all that dairy goodness that you've so badly been missing, whilst making you feel absolutely amazing. So making it all possible, of course, is our hero for the day, Clover No-Lac lactose-free milk. Zoe, get in here, because you got to show us how to put this together.
I'm going to put this beautiful mixture together. So straight on, we're going to start off by putting our dry spices in. Now, words always escape me when it comes to knowing my spices, but I know that this is...
That is star anise.
Star anise and some dry cinnamon sticks.
Dry cinnamon sticks.
We've got more spices as well as some peppercorns going in. And we're just going to toast those off beautifully before we add our no-lac, our clover. Yeah. And this is, of course, lactose-free milk, which is incredible.
I mean, if we talk about this is really such a great option. Clover no-lac milk is a lactose-free milk that will give you all the dairy goodness that you want and need, but none of the horrible side effects. So speaking of horrible side effects, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And of course, Clover No-Lax lactose-free milk got a brand new look as well. So make sure to find it on the shelves. You can see it right there. Zoe's busy with it.
Okay. So we're going to go in with 2.5 cups.
And you, of course, toast the spices before because that really, the heat helps unlock that inner flavor.
Yes. So we're going in with 2.5 cups. We're on our second cup.
All right.
And the secret of this is you want to go low and slow. You don't want to cook too quickly. And that will really get the flavors through. It will get the spices really to infuse within our no-lac. And then I'm just going to use this, give it a beautiful little stir.
I can do for you?
I'm going to ask you to we've got some fresh turmeric as well as some fresh ginger.
Right.
If you can give us a little bit of a grated ginger, but I'm going to go in with some vanilla essence.
Do I do it in there or on the plank?
You can do it in here, as well as a touch of honey.
Nice. Teamwork. Ooh, that smells amazing already.
Teamwork indeed. Get some fresh ginger in there.
How much do I get in there?
Maybe a little bit more. I don't know what it is with a grater. I think it's the nails.
No, it works. It's just because ginger is also so fibrous, so you'll see it starts sticking at the back, so we'll get it off just now. It is a tough one to grate.
It is a tough
one. That should be fine.
Okay. And then we want that beautiful golden color, and that's where the fresh turmeric is coming from. And we're going to add a little bit. Oh, you get the ginger tones coming through.
So you can, of course, use turmeric powder as well, right?
You can use turmeric powder. We're going for the fresh turmeric. And then I'm also just getting a little bit of cinnamon into our mixture. Look at that beautiful color coming through.
Now, that was much easier. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so we're going to give it a beautiful little stir.
And immediately the turmeric, how it colors that?
It colors it. We want the cinnamon to blend well.
That's it. And this slowly heated up to really continue unlocking all of those flavors, right?
Yes. We'll just make sure everything dissolves beautifully.
This is a nutrient-dense kind of little snack for you as well.
Yes, it definitely is. And of course, I mean, we use fresh turmeric, like you said. We can go for the dried turmeric. That will add the beautiful color. And it really is such an easy recipe. Once this has cooked through, you can obviously use we've got a little sieve there. You can use that to also just make sure.
It's a good idea to strain it through first and foremost before you drink it, so you get that beautiful smooth consistency. You can see our finished product on this side, served with a bit of cinnamon on the top, that beautiful yellow color as well. And like I said, smooth because we've strained it, and a cinnamon stick, which you can just help stir. That'll add some extra flavor as well.
Oh, that is definitely worth having. So there we go. I mean, we've added a lot of ginger to this because I'm still I'm getting all the ginger coming through.
Hey,
ginger is potent. If you're not a fan of ginger, go easy on it because it is quite pungent.
Yeah, but it's a fantastic ingredient to use. So there you have it. Go for gold and make this ultra creamy golden milk latte. You can get the full recipe on our website, expressoshow.com. I mean, if that doesn't make your mouth water, I don't know what. Can I taste that actually?
Please, go for it. Go for it. We've got a beautiful one there.
See the cinnamon stick over here. Give it a bit of a stir.
Give it a bit of a taste. Give us your honest opinion.
Ooh, that is phenomenal.
Do you get the ginger?
You really get all of that flavors, yeah. And the cinnamon as well. I'm a big fan of cinnamon. I love cinnamon.
Okay.
As far as I know, I think it's good for your blood pressure.
Ah. We've got all the ingredients.
No? Yes?
No. I'm not at that age yet, Ewan, where I have to worry about the blood pressure.
I'm just saying.
Well, if you want to get your hands on the list of ingredients, the steps to this recipe, it's available on our website, expressoshow.com.
No.
No.
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with No-Lax range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.
Everything that happens in the kitchen always looks so delicious. Oh, my goodness. But, my friend, what's still looking delicious is everything that's still coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So, earlier on, Ewan and Zoe were talking about that Majosi magic. And the beautiful thing is that the Majosi magic is here until 9 a.m., okay? He is going to be chatting to us all about his new single, Afterglow. And then, on top of that, he's going to be performing live on the only place you need to be, 6 to 9 a.m., Monday to Friday, right here on S3. Make sure you do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. Are you enjoying your latte?
I feel so distinguished with my little latte and my cinnamon stick.
Oh,
yes,
okay. Well, you know what? We're loving music. So Majosi, he is here, and we are so excited to get him to perform his brand new song, and of course treat us to an additional song. So Majosi, the floor is yours.
Hello everyone, I'm going to perform Safe in the Sound. When I look back at all the things that I have done, all the memories beneath your distant sun, and all the things I've lost, the things that I have won, to make a ladder to the heavens or the sun, a stairway to a place where hope is from. When my soul is screaming, I can feel you reaching, gravity releasing all around. Take all my desire, throw it to the fire. Only wanna be where you are found. Safe in the sound, safe in your presence, safe from my presence, safe from my efforts, safe in the sound, safe from my own mind, safe from the hands of time, safe in the great divine, safe in the sound. When my heart is low and there's dirt upon my knees, I hear the echoes of creation through the trees. I know this world will do its best to bother me. They don't know that there is power in belief. Hoping what's to come and still unseen. When my soul is screaming, I can feel you reaching, gravity releasing all around. Take all my desire, throw it to the fire. Only wanna be where you are found. Safe in the sound. Safe in the sound, safe in the sound, safe in the sound, safe in the sound. When my soul is screaming, I can feel you reaching, gravity releasing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. Couple of minutes left, but first and foremost, your ticket to the million starts by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today.
How exciting. Play Powerball for 13 million rand and Powerball Plus for 6 million rand, but you have to buy those tickets. And there's so many ways for you to do that. You can go in-store, on the nationallottery.co.za website, on the mobile app, cell phone banking, or by simply dialing *120 *7529# for USSD.
Exactly. We made it easy for you and posted all of those details on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out. Panda, Pusher, Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, because you could be the lucky one. Okay.
Well, we are the lucky ones
We are
right
the lucky
now.
one because we get a personal, private performance, but consider this a personal concert to you. Majosi in studio with some more music.
Hello everybody, it's me again, Majosi, your mom's favorite artist. And I'm here to sing my song Afterglow with the amazing Michaela Faye. She's not with me now, so I'm going to sing her part, so bear with me. You turn my world around, running up the hill in the upside down, searching for higher ground. Never thought I'd come to the love I found in you. You're the only one I choose. Hey, I don't wanna be with someone else, babe. When I'm with you I can be myself. On and on and on, I could sing along. On and on and on, you're my favorite song. I'm falling deeper than I thought I'd be. You're calling, I'm to a whole new part of me. I'd like to know if somewhere in the afterglow we'll find our dreams. I don't really want to breathe without you. When you're with me, I know it's gonna be okay. You know exactly what to say. And I spend most of my life watching the time grow, wishing I was someone else. You open the window, I let it all go. Maybe I can be myself. On and on and on, I could sing along. On and on and on, you're my favorite song. I'm falling deeper than I thought I'd be. You're calling, I'm to a whole new part of me. I'd like to know if somewhere in the afterglow we'll find our dreams, find our dreams, find our dreams in the afterglow. You're with me, you don't have to know. On and on and on, you're my favorite song. On and on and on, in the afterglow we'll find our dreams. You're here with me in the afterglow.
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with Nolax range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.
Another Feel Good production.
You're all I wanna know. Love always wins.